part of the northern side of the country. And North Stars, one of the most northern sides in the country, the experienced side. The news here from the middle is that the news from the middle is that news from the middle is that, and I beg your indulgence and your pardon. North Stars have won the toss and have elected to take first knock on a good batting strip. I'll give you the teams momentarily, but let me introduce my co-commentator, Andy Payne. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Yardy. Good afternoon, viewers. Everyone on the stream. Pleasure to be here at the Lears Grow.
And the umpires in the middle, Adrian Jones, and it's going to be Thorne to bowl the first delivery. And there's Jefferson Gibson, the opening batsman, looking to swing that one through the mid-wicket region. A little deceived for pace there, Andy.
Yeah, Gibbons was a bit early with that one, Yardy. He was threw a shot a little bit early. But Gibbons, a very experienced campaigner. You know, he was a flight straight at the Division 1 level for a long time for the Maple team. So he was a teammate of mine, a very experienced player, Jefferson Gibbons.
His opening partner is Troy Toppin at the non-striker's end. And another short delivery. It's pulled through mid-wicket, and that will be the first boundary of the morning. Andy, I didn't know if you had a look at the wicket, but I had a look at it. I thought that it is a little deprived of water. It looks a little bit dry, and hence I'm not surprised at all that those two deliveries just stood up at the wicket and asked to be struck, and the second one was struck through mid-wicket for four.
Yeah, it seems to be a bit of a dry surface here at the Lears Grow. No surprise as well that the North Stars will have taken the first knock.
None whatsoever, and the short delivery is hit down into the ground to the keeper, and there's no run. So you're on over number one of this, the BCA Plate Final, featuring Amaze Queen's College in their first final against North Stars. I'll give you the North Stars side as there, the batting side. Kyle Carrington is the captain. He has within Jefferson Gibbons, who's at the midden. Troy Trotman was also in the side. That should be Troy Toppin and not Troy Trotman. And here is the delivery. Tucks up Gibbons, and the bowler quickly intercepts. There's no run, so the total remains 4 without loss. Continue side, Jeff Yearwood, Cedric DePisa, Alvin Gibbs Campbell, Rodney Brown, James Brathwaite, Jed Yearwood, and Ian Boyce, along with Selwyn Mears. So that's 11 for the North Stars. I said Adrian Jones is the umpire. With them is Amal Reed, who was at square leg. Delivery in the ear, and there's Gibbons. They're going to force the pace again. The ball probably toppling the wicket, and luckily for him, they carry it to the middle fielder. They take 5 on the board. The Amaze Queen's College, led by Seth Smith, includes Nicholas Thorne, the opening bowler, Preston Clark, Jordan Green, Zondre Baptiste, Raphael Lovell, Kevon Hines, Damani Roach, Cody Holder, Raydon Bellamy, and Ethan Wood. That will be the starting 11, and reserves will be Rashawn Hackett, White Thompson, Zaire Carter, and and Thompson Armstrong. So interesting pair of last names there, Andy, after his delivery, as there is Toppin stretching onto the front foot. Looks very approved, and with that concludes the opening over of this, the BCA Plate Final, featuring Amaze Queen's College and the North Stars side. 5 without loss. How do you see it, Andy?
Yeah, no, a good start by the Queen's College team. Not many alarms there for the North Stars team either. Gibbons, he would have taken majority of the strike that over. He already was interested. The short ball that he pulled through the mid-wicket area, that seems to come on. The one's a bit fuller. It seems to be a little bit slower onto the bat. So it'd be interesting to see if the bowlers can bowl at a fuller length, what kind of, deliveries and what kind of respect you get out of those fuller deliveries.
I agree with you 100%. The keeper is now marking his stance, so suspect we're going to get spin and pace. And that's the customary these days where the shortened version of the game is concerned. It's going to be Raphael Lovell who's going to take it up from the southern end of the ground. And slip in position. There's a third man. There's a square leg. Fielder at mid-wicket. Long on in position as well. Fielder at backward point. And the rest of the field a little bit out of my view being obscured by the scoreboard. But we'll have it for you worked out. So it's going to be the left arm spin of Lovell. And he'll be bowling to Gibbons, who has 5 against his name. And he stretches forward. Plays the ball from the offside. And there's no run. So I would agree with you, Andy, in terms of those short deliveries that stood up and asked to be hit, and yet the fuller deliveries also seem to be staying up somewhat. So you would think that at least one would stay and the other would come to a little quicker. That doesn't seem to be the case. So here's a short delivery. And kind of miss by Gibbons, and maybe he failed to catch it in there, Andy.
Yeah, generally Gibbons is strong on the shorter deliveries, so I'm sure he will think that he missed out there, Yardy.
Lovell with his third delivery of over number 2. And he goes right to him. The keeper picks the bails off. Beautiful bit of stumping. But Lovell stood his ground. Sorry, Gibbons stood his ground. And fortunate for him, his feet was well planted. And the best bowling figures for Raphael Lovell in the tournament is 3 for 14 versus Green. And a performance he will want to replicate, Andy.
Yeah, just looking at his bowling performances of the Queen's College team, so there seems to be a strong outfit. They're very young and youthful, so just looking forward to see what they'll do here. This time he's going on the wider side, Lyndon.
Yes, so he gives away the first sundry of the afternoon, wide signal by umpire Amal Reed. And with that total, with that first sundry, is up to 6 without loss and over number 2. And there is a delivery left alone by Jefferson Gibbons, who wants to play this trade for Maple. It's going a little further down the country. He's not North Stars. He is the captain, a veteran. And here is the youthful Raphael Lovell. Good control so far. Short delivery, not put away a long hop really. And that's a case of the batsman just trying to get onto the front foot, Andy. So you have to give the bowler full credit there for pulling it down, although it was not a pretty delivery. Yeah, but he got away with it.
Yeah, it just seems to be, just veering his pace a bit. Trying to be veering his pace a bit. Lovell, this time he's going a bit shorter. There's no one up at the mid-wicket area yard, so the batsman should be looking for a few here. It's gone pretty close to the boundary, and it's gone into the boundary for yet another boundary.
Yeah, so loose delivery. He got away with his first delivery short outside for the previous delivery short outside of the off stump, and Gibson didn't cash in on it. This one was along the line of the centre leg stump and pulled it through mid-wicket. The fielder who chased from the deep mid-wicket position dived, but couldn't pull it back. And in the end, they got away with a boundary, a welcome boundary, that moves North Stars up to 10 without loss at the end of over number 2.
Yeah, so steady start so far for the North Star team. Gibbons, like I said, very experienced player. He's been having the majority of the strike to date. Toppin, he's just had the one delivery, but he'll be on strike now for Thorn. But it's a pair, Gibbons and Toppin, they're very experienced. They'll be opening for the North Stars side for some time now.
Yes, and you can look at the performance of the North Star side to the final as Thorn is in, second over, delivery down the leg side, and the keeper does well to intercept, but parries it away, a leg by signal by the umpire Jones, who wants to play this trade for YMPC. And we'll play lots of BCL in the Sunrise area. And another sundry in the books, one leg by and one wide. It's now up to 11 without loss. North Stars win the toss and batting in good cricketing conditions, as young Nicholas Thorne is in. And onto the front foot comes Gibbons, works it into the mid-wicket region, will take one, the return comes in, taken by the keeper. So the road for North Stars to the final, they defeated B Knock as Barbados National Oil Company by 22 runs. They then suffered defeat at the hands of the police side by 25 runs. They defeated Wibbits by some 49 runs. Series 4, they won by 51 runs over St. George Secondary. Series 5, they had a massive 110 runs over victory over Princess Margaret, a delivery which is steered and unbelievable. That's inconceivable, Andy Payne, that a sitter like that could be dropped. There's a delivery outside of the yard. The same thing you were saying in the first over, you like to see the ball pitched up a lot further. That one was pitched up outside of the off stump, and there was Troy Toppin just steering the ball with calculated ease to the fielder at station at the gully region. And that's a very, very soft opportunity gone begging by Kevin Hines. And they say what? Catches win matches.
Yeah, so sure the Amaze Queens College team, they'll be very disappointed that. That was an easy one there, Yardy. As you've seen on the fuller length again, and top and tread again on the front foot.
And now he's on to the front foot and runs the ball down between the gully and the third man, down to the boundary. Beautiful control shot, and the price you pay when you drop a sitter.
Yep. So that time you saw Toppin staying back and waiting a little bit for that one, and he was able to essay a nice shot through the point area, Yardy. So Toppin, he's got his score going with a lovely boundary there off for the bowling of Thorn.
And what was particularly good about that is the fact that that delivery was on a shortish length, so he had the ability to just transfer the weight because he was looking to get on the front foot and just allow the ball to come in to him and use the pace of the bowler and steered it nicely between the gully and the third man down to the boundary for 4. Welcome 4, having been dropped the previous delivery. 16 without loss. North Stars batting first. Swing and a miss by Troy Toppin, just getting a little adventurous. A 3/4 length delivery, good delivery, but I do like the look of the young man. Young Nicholas Thorne has a nice rhythmic run up, and maybe he'll have to make the adjustment because he's a kind of a two-pace wicket, so you have to get his line right immediately. And his best bowling figures was 3 for 13 versus George Park. He's in, and there is the batsman Toppin with an open face, steering it down to that point region and collecting what will be the 17th run as over number 3 comes to an end. North Stars win the toss and batting in this final against Amaze Queens College, the BCA Plate Final here at Lears.
Yeah, good solid batting again by Toppin and Gibbons, but it's interesting to see them trying to run the quick singles, and they picked up that single in the short, maybe the kick area early in the over, and then that one off for another single in the cover area. So they're just looking to keep it ticking around as long as pick up the occasional boundary in the over. So after some 3 overs, they've moved their score up to some 17. Gibbons, he's on 10, Toppin, he's on 5. But Thorn, it's good to see this Queen's College team in yet another final, Lyndon. And we would have seen him in the under 19 final at the Yorkshire Ground sometime in the last year. And Thorn, he was one of the outstanding bowlers. You saw him come back at the deck, and he was full and accurate. So it'll be interesting to see what tactics that they're going to use for him in this shorter version of just 4 overs allotment.
Interesting you should mention that, Andy, because they were up against Foundation, who ironically will be playing in the Shield final when that comes off against Malvern. And here is a delivery which is just steered past the slip and badly fielded by the fielder, who runs it all the way down to the boundary and into the boundary for 4. And a poor bit of fielding there by
Thorn.
That is Thorn. So committing the cardinal sin and not giving the assistant that will be needed after the fielder that slip is Andre Baptiste, who plays it straight for Garden General Barbados Youth. Threw himself at that edge by Toppin, who was beginning to look a little streaky in between solid opening the face of the bat. He waits on delivery and he stretches forward to level, and there's no run. 21 without loss. We're on over number 4 of the BCA Plate Final between Amaze Queens College and the North Stars side. North Stars being the experienced side. Here's a drive through the covers. Lovely shot for 4. Over pitch. And Andy, every batsman loves to do that. Just plant the left leg next to the ball, and with all caress, he struck it through the offside for 4. Beautiful shot.
Glorious shot by Toppin. Yardy, that one had a little whiff on the offside, and he was through that one, the flash, hitting it past the cover. And you saw the long off in Preston Clark running around, but he had no chance to stop that one. So very good shot by Troy Toppin. So he pressed his score up now to some 13, and to move the North Stars score around to 25. But very good batting, a good start that the North Stars team would have wanted.
25 though loss and over number 4 as Lovell is in, and he's onto the front foot. Is Toppin will pick up what will be his 14th run. Gibbons comes into strike. He has 10. 26 without loss in over number 4, and Toppin's had a good series thus far. 62 against Wibix. He got 54 against Princess Margaret, 43 not out against St. George Secondary, 38 against Prison Officers. So he's had some good scores at the other end. Jefferson Gibbons, he's just had 36 versus Princess Margaret as his major score. Jed Yearwood who get the bat. He also had some good scores as well. 26 without loss as Gibbons is onto the front foot and strokes the ball back in the offside, and there remains 26 without loss in over number 4. It's the BCA Plate Final featuring Amaze Queens College and North Stars who won the toss and are batting. Here is a check drive and a bit of misfielding. Allows the batsman to get 1. So Gibbons with that single is up to 11. And it's now 27 without loss at the end of 4. And just hovering around 6 runs or over. Not bad, Andy, in the circumstances.
Yeah, good start, good solid batting between the opening pair, Gibbons and Toppin. Just a little bit of bubbles in the outfield. I don't know if it nerves or what, yeah, but the coaching staff for the Amaze team just needs to calm his boys down. So I'm just watch the ball. It's a pretty rough outfield, so they just need to be judging the bounce and anticipating a little bit better. But good bowling so far by Torn, as we said, and Lovell, who was open the bowling for this team, the left arm spinner. But just giving a little bit of room on the offside that time. I think that calls for a little bit of the first bowling change, Lyndon.
Yeah, so we're going to see the experienced Preston Clark come into the attack. And applies it straight to Barbados, Garden General Barbados, the youth. Nice off spinner, whose batting has come on tremendously over a period of time that I've seen him. Have a lot of time for the young man. And it would have been pretty close to on the 19th selection. And playing on the standing, and they've opted for the off spinner and the leg spinner. And he's one of the reserves with number 84 in his bat. Gibbons has the strike, 27 without loss. Start up over number 5, first delivery, and Gibbons drags it into the mid-wicket region for 1. Conventionally, Andy Payne, you just land the left leg and stroke it through the covers. When he landed the left leg and dragged it right across, all right handed that one.
Yeah, it was full right hand. I think he might want to go after young man here in Clark. But Clark, very good cricketer in the making. Like the same yard, he's a solid batter as well. So expect him to have a good showing here for his team.
Yes, as Toppin picks up his 15th run with that delivery steered into the cover region. Brings Gibbons back on strike. He has 12 against his name, 29 with loss, and over number 5, Clark into Gibbons, and he pulls out the slog sweep down through mid wicket and into the boundary for 4. So a delivery once again, Andy, is like it's being choreographed, where it's been recorded. You can predict what was going to happen, because 2 deliveries prior he'd played the identical shot but kept it on the carpet, and this time he pulled it out early and went right across the line with success. And he picks up again another boundary. He's up to 16, 33 without loss.
Good shot again by Gibbons. Like you said, we're still in the power play. There's got a deep mid-wicket and a long on. But Gibbons, he's very intent on going over that mid-wicket area with the off spinner Preston Clark.
And now he's struck on the pad. P for leg before. Not out, says the umpire, Adrian Jones. And it remains 33 without loss. Gibbons having faced some 17 deliveries, 3 fours. The same amount of boundaries struck by Troy Toppin. As here is Clark in it, we push through, and again the slog sweep comes out, and the same results into the mid-wicket boundary for 4.
Gibbons, like we said, he's very intent to go over that mid-wicket area, albeit a bad bounce for Ethan Wood, at least at the mid-wicket boundary. But he's moving it along, and this is the 5th over. Clark seems to be giving a bit of room outside the off stump, and Gibbons is going across and getting the slog sweep out to pick up those boundaries.
37 without loss as the crowd continues to trickle in. They be played through the offside. They take 1. They're going to come back for 2. So Gibbons with those 2 is into the 20s. He has 22 against his name as over number 5 has been completed. 39 without loss. Toppin has 15 and 2 extras. Some bowling figures: Nicholas Thorne, 2 overs and middles done for 11. Raphael Lovell, the left arm spinner, 2 overs and middles done for 15. And Preston Clark, his first over, a little tad expensive. He went for 12. Andy?
Yep, good start, like we continue to say, by this pair. Still in the power play, so a good start. I think the North Stars, they'll be like where they're at this point. 39 without loss after some 5 overs. So I think the schoolboys they need to pull it back a little bit. But as you said, the crowd continues to grow here at the Lears ground. Uh, Seems that it's going to be another bowling change in effect from the southern end. But it's just to share a little bit on Troy Toppin. I can tell you, Yardy, Toppin, he would have played it straight out the coaching party. He was my captain in the under-19 side for some time. He also had a season at Maple, but he's been at the North Stars now. He's a real veteran over there, and he's been one of the most prolific players over at the North Stars as he continued to do in this plate final.
So we're gonna have a bowling change. It looks like. Just trying to ascertain. Roach is gonna come into the attack. And 39 without loss. Start of over number 6. So the final over of the power play. Roach, the fast ball, is in. It'll be outside in the awesome and not taken by the keeper. No ball signaled by the umpire. So again, a freebie is on hand as an offer for the first time today. And that's a Cardinals sin. You don't want to start like that, Andy, the Manny Roach.
Not at all. He's the Cardinal sin of going over that front crease. So it's a free hit coming up the first for the innings. So Toppin, who's been getting to his bat, and he's on 15. He should relish his opportunity here against this free hit.
Well, we say he handles it. And he goes right past the probing back of Toppin. And usually, Andy, when you see a free hit, the batsman premeditated they're going to have a lash at it, which I think is the right thing to do. So it takes the bowler to come out with a very good delivery. Not that that was a particularly good delivery. In the end, it worked out to be a good delivery because it was a dot ball.
Yeah, so he'll be happy with that result, young Roach.
And he's in. And Toppin is beaten again. Outside in the awesome, beautifully bowled. And I think what's happening here, Andy, is that Toppin is trying to get onto the front foot with no back foot movement whatsoever. And as long as that ball is not within that 4 to 3 meter mark, he's going to struggle with the ball between 6 and 7. And that's just what has happened with the freebie first up. That should have been hit over the offside. He had the room. And then a beautiful comeback delivery again about on that 5 to 6 meter mark. And this delivery goes right past him. So still late on it. Beautiful pace, good delivery, a lot closer to the bat. And Toppin, obviously, Wayne is yet, Penny is yet to really get any measure on what Roach is really delivering.
Yeah, obviously, Yardy seems to be beating on pace there from young Roach. He's been late on almost all of those deliveries so far. So just saw Gibbons having a word and, just giving him a bit of assurance that he's in. But good pace and good length so far by young Roach.
It'll be interesting to see a delivery ball straight at the stumps. And he stands it tall, so delivery ball straight on top of the line of the off stump. And the ball hits the open face of the bat, ricochets out in the offside. And we are in over number 6, so the power play would end in another 2 deliveries. Legit, that is 40 without loss. Jefferson Gibbons, the captain, is on 22-15. Is Toppin, who's had his share of problems in this over from Damani Roach, who starts in from the south, passes the umpire, and balls will be pitched up, driven into the offside. He'll take 1. So I'm sure he's happy to get off strike. Run number 41 for North Stars. The current rate 7.03. 14 overs and the delivery. 1 delivery remaining to complete over number 6 of this, the 2024 BCA Plate Final, featuring Amaze Queens College and North Stars as Gibbons is on strike. 22 against his name from 19 deliveries. And he gets an educated edge and a poor bit of feeling, poor bit of feeling by Zandre Baptiste. And he made absolutely no effort to get down on Andy Payne. I think the difference between winning and losing could be your feeling and your catching, and you would expect the schoolboys to stop those.
Yeah, and that's what we said a little bit earlier, Lyndon, especially on a little bit of a rough outfield. The anticipation needed to be a little bit better. But as you said, you would expect the younger players to handle it a lot better than the more experienced North Stars side. But the completion of the first power play there, Yard, 45 without any loss. You got Jefferson Gibbons, he's on 26, and Toppin, he's on 16. So you would like to think that the North Stars, you would like to think that they've had the better of the power play so far to start.
Yes, the fact that they haven't lost the wicket and they're scoring at 7.50, I think they'll take that. They should have lost the wicket of Troy Toppin, who was put down in the gully region sitter before he even got into double figures. But he's riding his luck. He has 16 against his name. You're gonna have a bowling change, and it's gonna be Raydon Bellamy, who's gonna come in from the northern end. So a third look at a seamer. What you make of this, Andy?
Good call. I mean, you saw the first over, the only over by Preston Clark, and you thought they took the toll to him. So you've seen that one from the Manny Roach. He seems to be beating the, especially Toppin for his pace. So a good call by the captain to bring is another seamer. Toppin, as you said, he would have offered a chance early in the piece to Torn as well. So it seems like he could be a little bit bothered by the faster bowlers. So I give the captain good credit for that one.
So here is Bellamy. His first delivery is short. The edge is taken and over the head of the keeper, a leaping keeper, and into the boundary for 4 byes.
Quick delivery there by young Bellamy. Good bounce on off for that time. Even the keeper couldn't get his hands to it, so he's threw the keeper in a flash. So like you said, could be a good call. Expected to see this young man after that first delivery, Yardy.
Yeah, and it seemed to have just taken off of something because it just leapt. And the keeper had no chance. It looked as though it hit the edge and went up, but it was climbing all the while. So we see how he continues. 49 without loss. And here is a delivery much closer to the bat. Brings up the 50. And the leg by is signaled by umpire Jones. So the 50 comes up for North Stars. And 50 of 40 deliveries, 25 minutes, 8 fours in that 50. Gibbons got 26 of those and Toppin on 16. So a decent start in the circumstances.
Solid start by this pair. You know, like you said, very experienced player. Both of them would have had a time at Maple. Toppin, I think he's had just about one season, and he's offering good support to Gibbons, the more experienced player, and he's on 26 off 20, but hit 50 run rate, current run rate at some 7.8. So they'll be happy with where they've gotten to this point.
Yeah, 50 without loss. With Bellamy on his way into bowl to Gibbons, and Gibbons gets short delivery. He's beaten for pace. So good gas here on offer, Andy.
Another good quick delivery. He's very surprised that you wouldn't see him take the new ball, but so far the deliveries that he's put in is good pace on offer by this young man.
And you can follow the streaming on www.bcacricket.org as Bellamy steams into bowl to Gibbons, and Gibbons gets a delivery which beats him for pace as he drags it through the mid-wicket region. I think one thing that's happening here with Gibbons, Andy, he's like myself and you, if you don't mind me giving away your age. We don't look 50, but we are past 50, and Gibbons is somewhat a little ahead of us. And I think it's a case of youth versus experience, or youth over experience, and hence the pace at this stage. When your eyes are past the 26-30 area, and then you're in trouble against the youthful fast bowlers. So here's Bellamy into Toppin. Toppin gets a short delivery on duck hooks. That was short, that was quick. He's not wearing a helmet, neither batsman are wearing a helmet, but I like the aggression by the young man, young Raydon Bellamy, just to let the batsman know, well, I have something in my hand, I have a weapon, and I also can attack. And looks to have good gas in him, Andy, and not afraid to challenge the batsman above the shoulders.
Good aggressive fast bowling here by young Bellamy. Like you said, both batsmen without a helmet on, and he just continues to.
And now an easy dismissal, Andy Payne, the 1-2 of cricket. You soften him up with a short delivery, then you give him a half volley, and he hits it straight to Raphael level, feeling at point. So North Stars lose their first wicket. Troy Toppin, having been dropped earlier, he goes caught level off the bowling of Bellamy for 16. 20 deliveries, 3 fours, 51 for loss of 1. 8 extras, but Andy Payne, what the difference does that short ball made? 1 ball prior.
Good bowling as you look on the replay here. Look, like you said, the 1-2 trick, the short ball, and then he's gone a bit fuller. And you can see Toppin, he was on the back foot, still trying to force that one to the offside. Just avoid, he was beaten by the pace a lot early in the over. So the fuller one, he was through it, but he was in no position just to hit it straight to the man at cover. And there you go, the fall of first wicket.
So 51 for 1. With Gibbons now on 27. Toppin going for 16. And you are listening to streaming coverage of the Barbados Cricket Association 2024 Plate Final featuring Amaze Queen's College, who are in the field, decked out in their red, and North Stars. So Jeff Yearwood is the new batsman to the crease, and we are about to commence over number 8. And here's the first delivery, which Gibbons is playing from the crease and just covering up a half volley. Andy Payne, you'll say?
Yeah.
Was asking to be hit.
Yep. So good bowling by the Pacers, Lyndon. As you see that the Pacers have just pushed them back a little bit. That's a delivery that Gibbons would have been driving a little bit earlier, but you see him just reserved to going back into his shell on that occasion.
Well, he waits on the Manny Roach, and he gets the delivery on a good length, forces it out into the offside, can't score. So I suspect, Andy, that we can see pace for quite some time, because at this stage I'm going to play the age barrier, where I suspect that these youngsters will will be too quick for the older generation that they're up against. Experience counts for something, but in terms of your eyesight, that is not going to help you with the experience, Andy Payne.
Yeah, so some good tactics it should be. Like you said, I'd be inclined to go with the pace at this point. As you can see, that they pushed them back a little bit. That over, as you said, by young Bellamy. That was some sharp bowling and also coming to get the first wicket. But the Manny Roach, in his previous over as well, he's bowled some pretty quick deliveries.
And he's in, and he beats Gibbons for pace. Just trying to get back onto ball is Gibbons. And I think, Andy, as you quite rightfully said, his first over was pretty sharp, where he just tormented Troy Toppin, who was out for 16. He served up a half volley to Gibbons, and he was not even inclined to drive it. Not prepared to get his feet to pitch of the ball, but he waits on Roach, who's into him. And now he plays a blind man shot. Eyes closed, and looking to hit the ball through mid-wicket, the ball outside of the off stump. Andy, what would you say to Payne at this stage?
I'll tell you, this is what
Gibbons, sorry.
Yeah, Gibbons. This is what pace bowling does, Lyndon. It just ruffles you a bit. You play some shots that are not even meant to be played. So Gibbons, he just needs to carry on and try to bat through the duration of this innings, because at some point slow bowlers must come back on. But this is very good bowling by the pair.
And now he gets it to be inside the tram line, to call it. And he tries to get back on the ball, doesn't make any contact. He survives. So interesting that they aren't wearing any helmets, but yet you can see the difference between the age barrier, and the youth at the moment are enjoying the exchanges, despite the fact that North Stars are 51 for 1, one delivery shy of the 8th over. And this one cuts them in half, and off the top of the tie pad and taken by the keeper. So the end of a brilliant over by the Manny Roach, who sent down 2 overs, 1 maiden, none for 6. His pace partner, Ray Don Bellamy, 1 over, no maiden, 1 for 1. And altogether, Andy, they've sent down 3 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 7. And they've really pushed back the North Stars batting at the moment. Gibbons not on 27. And the new batsman, Jeff Yearwood, is yet to face, having lost Troy Topping for 16.
Yeah, so that's good bowling amounts up here. Like we said, the Manny Roach, he would have started the fight back. His first over, like you said, bowled to Toppin, who doesn't have much of a clue. He's also won the ball, but with that, even the free hit, you can see how much trouble he had Toppin in. The first delivery in this over, we saw him having Gibbons with a full-length delivery, and Gibbons was forced on the back foot, wasn't able to put it away. And ever since that, he's just bowled some good balls and a good length and beating Gibbons for all pace. So it's a good start between this, well, the partnership between this bowling pair. They've bowled some 3 overs just for 7 runs for 1 and with 1 wicket. So they've really pulled the Queen's College team back into this contest here, Yardy.
So the advantage to the bowling pair. Bellamy starts in from the north, on the way into bowl to Jeff Yearwood. The delivery down the leg side, he loses the keeper and goes all the way down into the boundary for 4 leg byes, signaled by umpire Jones. So I suspect that the North Stars side and they will take anything they can get, and if they can get runs in sundries, they'll take them,
Yeah,
which moves up to 12.
just a bit off target with that one. That one was angling into the leg side, and young Jeff here, he's one of the younger players in this North Star team, Lyndon. So it'd be interesting to see how he coped with the pace of Bellamy.
And he has a black armband. Ironically, all the Amaze Queen's College side are wearing black armbands, since one of the players who's not in the final 11 lost his mum during the course of the week. Short delivery, cut away over third man, down to the boundary for 4. So the first loosener and the paint delivery short beside the off stump. Some gas as usual, but too wide, and allowing the batsman Yearwood to throw his hands at it. And he got it over the widest third man into the boundary for 4. So he opens his account from 2 deliveries, and it's now 59 for 1 in the process of over number 9. North Stars win the toss and batting.
Yeah, like we said, Yearwood, he's one of the younger players in this North Stars side. So I think he'd be a little bit more in depth in dealing with the pace bowling here of Bellamy. But Bellamy just was a bit too wide on that occasion, Lyndon.
And this delivery, he brings Yearwood forward. Now operating on, I would say, that 5-meter mark. Not there for the drive, not there for the cut, and showing maximum respect. Yearwood plays on the offside. Gibbons is on 27, having faced some 28 deliveries. He struck some 5-4s, 59 for 1. As Bellamy steams into bowl to Yearwood, and Yearwood gets a slow delivery, checks his shot, plays the ball to the fielder at the point region, who's down on his knees. On a beautiful Saturday afternoon in Bridgetown, where we're affected by the haze. Woody Richards will come calling shortly. He's the man in charge today. And good day, cool breeze. Good day for cricket. You'll feel parched, as will be expected. The country has been devoid of water. And nonetheless, Barbados Cricket Association Plate Final continues in earnest. 59 for 1. North Stars batting first against Amaze Queen's College. Here's Bellamy. Short delivery, pace off again, and knocked down by the fielder around for that short third man to take 1. It's good shattering, good sensible cricket. North Stars up to 60. But one can't help but reflect on the fact that since the introduction of Damani Roach and Ray Don Bellamy, the scoring rate has dried up significantly, Andy.
Yeah, good bowling again, like you said, by the good bowling partnership by the pair. Bellamy coming in, fighting his way back and putting some good deliveries together there to bowl at Jeff.
And you bowled him! That was always on the card, Andy Payne. There is Jefferson Gibbons. He didn't look right in the last over and a half. As I said, the age barrier simply showing. And there's Bellamy, delivery pitched up, and the off stump goes rocking back. And Gibson was maybe 2.5 minutes late on that shot. And he goes for 27. North Stars 60 for the loss of 2. And good pace. 2 wickets to Bellamy. And 2 overs, no maidens, 2 for 6. And similar figures to Damani Roach. 2 overs, no maidens, none for 6. And all told, they've sent down some 4 overs, having conceded 12 runs. They've picked up 2 wickets. And clearly, Andy, not often do we disagree, or have we disagreed in our playing careers or talking careers. You'll say advantage at the moment, despite the fact the scoreboard is reading 60 for 2. You'll say advantage to the boys from St. James, from Husbands in St. James.
Yeah, so like we said, that one was on the cards. Good bowling by Bellamy. He said he was in good partnership with Roach for the bowling, and Gibbons, he was very late on that one. Like you said, pace just troubled the batsman at this age, and the boy, he was accurate and on point with that straight delivery, full at the off step, and Gibbons late on that occasion and bowled looking cranny. So the schoolboys, they really fought their way back in the yard. They pulled the scoring rate back, they pick up wickets, and they're moving away into the middle order here.
Well, it's going to be Roach to continue. He's into bowl to Yearwood, who steers the ball in the offside. There's no run. The new batsman is Sadri De Pisa. We'll see what he brings to the table.
De Pisa would have played some time at Spartan Yard. He also spent some time at Maple. He's known more for his pace bowling attributes, but here he is coming in at number 4 for his village team in North Stars. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do here. But it is the pace of the Manny Roach as he continues into bowl to Jeff Yearwood. Another quick delivery outside the off stump there, and all there we could do is allow it to go through to the keeper.
Good probe in line. 60 for 2. We're in over number 10. We'll have a double change coming up as Andy and myself, we will vacate the seat and head for the other hot seat. And that's the radio side of it. We'll vacate the streaming side of it. Roach moves in to bowl to Yearwood, and Yearwood to this delivery is allowing it to go by outside of the off. Some beautiful bowling. You must give the young man full credit. Andy Payne, his line has been impeccable, and his pace is definitely up there.
Impressive. He's bowled some 2.3 yards. He's just gone for some 6 deliveries, but he's continued to bowl on that off stump line with some pace. He just continued to trouble the North Star batsman yards. So he, like I said, would have started the fight back for his Queen's College team.
He starts in to bowl to Yearwood, and this delivery Yearwood is playing from the crease up to the fielder at the mid-off position. They will take one. That is Preston Clark in attendance, and that single carries the North Star total in the 10th over to 61 for 2, having lost both openers for 27 and 16. That is Gibbons, the captain, and topping, and it brings Sadri de Pisa to face his first delivery. Harold informed me he played for Spartan. The name doesn't ring a bell, so clearly he's not a batsman, but at this level he's in at number 4. So we see what he does as Roach is into him, and this delivery squares him up, plays it into the offside, and there is no run, so we still have another delivery to go. Roach 2.5 overs, no maiden, 1 maiden, none for 7. And you have to be impressed with young Roach and Bellamy, especially given the fact, Andy Payne, that this is what you call a clear dirt wicket. And usually clear dirt wickets, there's no pace in clear dirt.
Agreed, sir, but this young bowling pair, they continue to impress here. Fuller delivery this time. He's leads up of Aaron on the leg side, so wide dip delivery. But if I look at what this batsman has done so far, we see the Pisa, he probably had a high score of 33 versus the Wibbits team. So probably why he's so high in the order, but he's known more for his exploits as a pace bowler. As Howard rightly said, he would have done that for Spartan in the first division level as well as Maple. But to see him as high as number 4, it just begs to wonder what the remainder of the batting looks like in this North Star team, Lyndon.
Yes, it does. As the third umpire, Harold, has us blocked out. Harold, could you get him to move, please? As here's the batsman stretching on the front foot, the Pisa, and he survives over number 10. So we're gonna have a double break. North Stars win the toss and batting. It is the BCA Plate Final for 2024. They're 62 for 2 after 10 overs. At the break, Jefferson Gibbons, Bowl Bellamy for 27, Troy Toppin caught level off the bowl of Bellamy for 16, Jeff Yearwood not on 6, Sadri de Pisa in at number 4 is not no score. 13 extras, 4 byes, 6 leg byes, and 2 wides. And just to give you some bowling figures, Nicholas Thorne, who opened the bowling 2 overs a minute for 11. Raphael Lovell, the left arm spinner, 2 overs a minute for 15. Preston Clark, the right arm off spinner, 1 over for 12 runs, no wicket. The Manny Roach, extremely impressive. 3 overs, 1 minute, none for 8 of lively pace bowling from the southern end. And Radon Bellamy, equally as impressive, 2 overs, a minute, 2 for 6. And together, they've combined to concede some 14 runs from 5 overs and picking up 2 wickets that have really put the brakes on the scoring for the North Stars side. We are at the halfway point of the first half of this game. 20 overs aside, the BCA T20 2024 Plate Final featuring North Stars and Amaze Queen's College. The next voices you'll be hearing will be the voice of Adriel Woody Richards and company.
Bellamy to continue. So a good start here in terms of runs for the North Stars team, scoring just over 6. Maybe in this form of the game, Donovan level, maybe 8 or 9 or 10 or more the accepted scoring rate. But I'm sure that they'll be happy to have gotten 6-2. I think the second column is what may be what they will find perhaps not making them the most them the most delighted so far this afternoon.
Yeah, certainly. Well, good afternoon to you and good afternoon to all of our viewers. And indeed, a good start by the North Stars side. Gibbons and Toppin getting them off to a really good start. But the introduction of young Bellamy, again, the 2 wickets really pegged them back a bit. And the scoring rate dropped from 7.35 is now at just over 6. So indeed, a good start for young Bellamy as well.
Bellamy and Roach have certainly pulled the choke this afternoon. They bowl with some degree of pace and fire, and but you've got players like Gibbons around, who's very experienced. So I don't think he'd be too trouble. And the mere fact that all the North Stars batsmen have come out without helmets also tells you how confident they are.
That certainly suggests that they're no way worried by the pace of these young quickies, Roach and Bellamy.
Nice looking shot there. You talk about Harold Eastman is saying that they're old boys, they don't have all this helmet thing, but regardless of whether you're old boys or young boys nowadays, the regulations tell you that you must wear a helmet at all levels. You should really be wearing helmets once you're facing pace.
Yeah, certainly. But as I suggested earlier, these batters are vintage. These vintage batters really who never really believed in helmets. But that is also to suggest that they're very confident in their ability as well to handle the quick and the short stuff.
Get your thoughts on the pitch in a minute. That's a bit of a top edge, and that will fall safely. Outfield has not been in the best of conditions, but they're making the best of it. But the pitch has certainly played very well this afternoon, Donovan. Good even bounce, and the Pacers getting enough out of it to keep it very interesting.
Yeah, certainly. If you bend your back, you can get something as a bowler. And if you're willing to not only be patient, but you're skilled enough in terms of your hooking and pulling, you can certainly score.
A bit of a misfield there. As we come to the end, told you that the outfield hasn't been the best this afternoon. So one or two of the balls have just been bounced a little bit awkwardly to the fielders and not getting their bodies behind it enough and given the opportunity of easy runs. 68 for 2 at the end of 11. North Stars. Lovely conditions here this afternoon. Bright sunshine. Nice crowd already in here at the Lears cricket ground.
Yes, certainly. And it's really a pleasure to see the locals coming out to support cricket. And it's really a good sign. It's telling me that cricket again has piqued the interest of so many Barbadians. And it's really good to see the crowd continues to build and build beautifully here. The pictures, Lears playing field here is really, really, really encouraging signs.
Zondre Baptiste will pick up the attack. Left arm spinner. Bowling from the road end. Well, shaped up like a left arm spinner, but he actually bowls off spin. Had me befuddled there. Yeah. having befuddled there, Donovan.
Certainly. But I saw him against Wonders in the semis, along with Raphael Lovell. Preston Clark and himself really bowled well, loads of variations.
Well, you know, once the ball is slowed up, you're going to see how well the North Stars batsmen do here, because as you know, once you start bowling slow bowling, you know, in this part of the world, batsmen all of a sudden start to get a bit uncertain.
Yes, certainly.
Bit
And
unsighted there, the wicket keeper. A few easy runs here for North Stars.
And you saw this against Wonders when they played at the Desmond Haynes Oval. The middle overs, the Wonders side really struggled to get the slow bowlers away. So the same thing could happen here unless someone is willing to be the risk factor here, looking to get the North Star side anywhere in the region of 180, 190.
Saw the youngsters up against the Corner Hunt Sports Club. Oh, another bit of bad feeling on the mid-wicket boundary. That looks like Ethan Wood on down there on the deep mid-wicket boundary. Maybe just got a bit of a bad bounce and not getting on it perhaps in the improved fashion and getting the body behind it. And sometimes, you know, even people talk about getting your body behind it, but you know, sometimes you don't even want to get your body behind it because you don't know what the ball will do if it will pop up in your face.
But it's a finals, so you have to put everything on the line.
Very true, Donovan. When you're in these kind of conditions where you don't know what will be happening in terms of the ball around the outfield, it's always a bit challenging to determine what you're going to do, whether you're going to, you know, put your body behind it or maybe just you know, avoid it altogether.
Yeah, certainly. But as I said, the final, everything is on the line. A massive crowd watching you. You want to win, so no holds barred. Just everything. Get your body behind it. Stop it however you can to make sure you keep that total down to anywhere in the region of 150, which I believe the Males Queens College side will be happy chasing.
74 for 2 after 12. $74 for 2. The Pisa there on 8. Yearwood on 9. Couple runs here for Yearwood. Bellamy just straight on the legs. And the opportunity there for a couple of runs there for Yearwood. So he's into double figures now. And the total up to 76 for 2.
Certainly good running by this pair who the younger statesman in this North Star side. And indeed, are not only looking for the boundaries, but a miss tight bowling, looking to get your ones and twos.
Another shortish delivery in the air, down to the fielder on the 5-leg boundary, and the catch taken. That looks like Preston Clark down there who would have taken the catch. But here was Yearwood going after it, short ball, looking to take it on, got the top edge. It flew high into the air, and the catch taken by Clark. And so the Queen's College team continued to strike well here, and now setting back the North Stars team further. 76 for 3 now. We have a look at the replay, and there's the top edge, and well judged and well held by Preston Clark there inside the fine leg boundary.
Yes, certainly can tell you Preston's not going to drop that one at all. But that one was not as quick as the other deliveries, but you realize it was a high bumper, as they would say, so he could not control it at all, and he got that top edge and it flew away down to fine leg. And I can tell you today, tomorrow, and I'm confident about next week, Preston Clark is not going to drop that one. So the wickets that they've gotten so far, has pegged back the North Star side a little since Bellamy and Roach has really came into the attack.
So 76 for 3. It is. You're in over number 13. Alvin Campbell, the new batsman, and that one was sharp. That one was sharp. Alvin Campbell is it was a rough house in his time when he used to play Division 1 cricket for Police, but now he's a veteran, probably closer to 60 than he is to, let's say, 25. And that one was sharp from Bellamy.
Certainly, that was a good, as we see here on the replay, wow, that was a good delivery. And he really, I would advise him to really send for that helmet. That was a quick delivery. Remember, I know you might be confident, but remember, you're no longer 25.
Bellamy in his final over. Campbell is caught behind, shaken up, and then the short ball outside the off stump, chasing it, and giving an easy catch to Seth Smith behind the stumps. And another wicket for Bellamy, who has been very impressive this afternoon. He's into his final over, 3 overs and 4 balls, and he's now picked up his 4th wicket, and he's conceded just 13. But the old 1-2 card trick, the bumper, and then the one to make you play a shot.
Yeah, certainly. Campbell was nowhere there at all in position to play that one. But as you said, that short delivery that was really quick, that shook him up. And once he saw this delivery outside the off stump, he figured, you know what, I have to score here. But it was also a very quick delivery, getting the edge and through to the keeper. So indeed, a fine spell of bowling again by young Bellamy. Roach on himself has really pegged the North Star side back. And indeed, they fought their way back into this game, the Amir Queen's College side. And indeed, a very impressive spell of bowling here from young Bellamy.
Jed Earwood, who's been in pretty decent form for the North Stars team in this tournament, got 67 not out against St. George Secondary. So, and he also got some runs against Grantley Adams. So that would suggest that perhaps he likes, and then he also got 42 not out against Princess Margaret, which may suggest he likes the schoolboy.
He likes the school attacks, but this is a different school attack here with the young Bellamy bowling. Really fiery here from the northern end. Again, no helmet as Yearwood comes to the crease to join the Pisa.
Well, he's pitching that one up. Maybe just holding back a bit. No, but is that going to be the old 2-card trick again? You pitch that one up, bring him on to the front foot, and then give it next.
Yes, I suspect the final delivery here is going to be a short one. But I'm really impressed with him so far. Good turn of pace. He's been accurate for most of the time. 1 or 2 deliveries going down the leg side, but indeed a fine spell of quick bowling here from young Raydon Bellamy.
His final delivery of the innings. And here we're in behind it and just push it down to the pizza behind it and push it into the onside. And the end of a very fine spell from Raydon Bellamy. 4 overs, no maidens, and he picked up 4 for 15. All 4 wickets in the innings falling to Raydon Bellamy. And getting no applause from the crowd as the PA announcer advertises his figures over the PA system.
Yeah, certainly a very good spell from him. He came into the attack with Gibbons and Toppin. They were going pretty well, and he got that breakthrough. And from ever since he got that first wicket, he just began to bowl quicker and quicker, and being accurate 98% of the times, and indeed a very good spell from him.
I guess our colleague Andrew Mason, who's not here today, I think he's out of the island. He missed a good one this afternoon because he's always talking about genuine pace.
Oh, certainly. Well, wherever you are, Andrew, I want to say hello to you, and I hope wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you're having fun.
It certainly was an impressive spell. Good pace, good raw pace. They still got Roach, who's got a over to go. So maybe they're going to hold him back just a bit and see how things go in the next couple of overs, and then decide maybe to throw him in somewhere in the middle of that last phase, that last 5 overs. But you gotta be careful because you got to work out whether you want the ball, the pace in the closing stages, or whether it's your spinners you want to bowl.
Well, certainly, as you see the score right now has dropped to 6. So obviously, as you lose wickets, it tends to stem the flow of runs as the incoming batters have to get a couple balls or so to get themselves in.
Yeah, wickets always are important in limited overs matches. Someone close by says all out for 98. I'm not going to call any names, Harold.
But as I always say, with the runs on the board, or runs on the board. In a final.
That's right. Well, that's a fine shot. Using his feet and swinging it away through backward the square. Maybe got the impression maybe he was just slightly beaten it with the flight and maybe got a thickish inside edge. We probably get a chance to see it on the replay, but it gets an important boundary for North Stars. Takes them up to 84 for 4 in over number 14 with the P's on 14 going to 14 and Jedier, whether he's there on 2.
Yeah, certainly looking to accelerate, as they would say, trying to get up to a total which they believe that they can defend. 84 for 4 in the 14th. They're looking to get anyway the regional 150, 160.
Baptiste hasn't been bowling too badly. Couple of loose deliveries. At times he's choosing to bowl over the wicket to the right-handers. At other times he's choosing to bowl around.
I like the flight. Yeah, that's good flight from young Baptiste.
End of the over, 14 gone, 85 for 4.
I think what the North Stars batters will have to do here now, with 14 overs gone, there's still some wickets in hand, and they can push here and see how many they can get, really, because it would not make sense, as you see the replay here, that shot from young Lepisa. So it doesn't make sense. Buying all those overs out, wickets in hand, and you only get to 110.
But you also got to be very measured in what you do, because what you don't also want to do is try to go hard for runs and then you end up losing cheap wickets as well too.
Well,
because the new batsman having to come in and having to get accustomed always creates a bit of a challenge as well too.
Well, it's true, but it's a chance you're going to have to take, because you really don't want only to be defending 110 runs.
So Lovell who opened the ball in, he's back into the attack. Given by Adrian Jones. Looking to swing it through the leg side was the Pisa, struck on the pad, and umpire Adrian Jones thinking about it for a bit and then raising the index finger. So North Stars lose another wicket, another setback for them. 85 for 5 in over number 15, with Sadre de Pisa going LBW to Raphael Lovell for 14, and for once the bowler taking the wicket is not Bellamy.
Yes, certainly. But Lovell, who is also very stingy, as they would say in Bajan parlance, against Wonders, he bowled his 4 overs, 1 for 14. So he's more than often he bowls that wicket to wicket delivery. If you miss, then you're in trouble. And indeed, this is what happened. He made sure he attacked the stumps, and he got that LBW decision in his favor.
So the captain is now in strike. Kyle is coming to the wicket. Kyle Carrington. He will not want to be like the captain on the Titanic. Carrington.
Certainly looking to see how many he can get with these remaining overs.
Level it will be to continue. So Carrington is off the mark immediately. Current scoring rate is 6 and over, and at that rate, you would think they'd be somewhere around the region of 120 in that region,
And I
give or take.
Give or take. And I suspect that will not be enough with this placid pitch and a quick outfield, and with the starting power really of the Amaze Queen's College side. I imagine anything over 170, 180 would have done it for the North Star side. But based on where they are now, 86 for 5, I'm not seeing them getting up to that total.
Appeal for a run out, but the batsman home safely. 87 for 5 now. We're in over number 15. Queen's College losing only one match on the road to the final against Isolation Cavaliers by 41 runs, but they beat George Park by 10 wickets, beat Brantley Adams, fellow school team, by 9 wickets, beat Greens by 91. That was perhaps one of their more comfortable victories in terms of runs. Couple of 8-wicket wins against Holders Hill and Corwin Hunt Sports Club. I was there for that one, the quarter-final against Corwin Hunt. And then in the semi-final, which you would have seen, they beat Wanderers by 64 runs. And in that game, they got their highest total in the tournament. 169 for 4 from 20 overs. So, and their lowest score was 111. So they can make big runs. Certainly, that's what they've shown so far in this tournament. 169 for 4 in that semi-final, and a very important game to have the confidence to do it against a club side. Appeal stifled. Umpire Jones says not out. End of the over. 15 gone. 87 for 5 North Stars after they won the toss and decided to bat in the plate final, the BCA T20 Plate Final here at Lears.
Yes, again, the slow bowlers. That game against Wanderers, really in the middle overs, really stifled the Wanderers batters. Really, at one stage, you were struggling even to get a single again. Good spells from Raphael Lovell and Preston Clark and Young Baptiste. Indeed, really bowl beautifully. So again, we are seeing the same thing here with the North Stars batters. They're struggling really to get away the slow bowlers here. So 87 for 5 of 5 to go. Really, anything in the region of 120, 125 is what it's looking at this stage.
Yearwood in strike to Baptiste. Looking for the slog sweep, it's not there. Have a look at the power plays. The first power play over 1 to 6, they scored 45 North Stars. In the second phase of the match, 7 to 15. Maybe you could have given me 7 to 10 and then 10 to 15. But no worries, Harold. In the next 9 overs, 42 for 5. And a brilliant catch down on deep mid wicket. That is a stunner of a catch. There was Yearwood looking for the big shot over the deep mid wicket, and a good catch. And a lovely catch there by Kevon Hines there at deep mid wicket. We have it on the replay for you. Look at to swing it over deep mid wicket, running around the boundary about 10 yards, and with one hand plucked it out of the air, and that was really a fine catch by Kevon Hines.
Indeed, a beautiful catch. And cricket is so funny with it. I remember the earlier at Gully, he dropped an absolute sitter of the bowling of Thorne, and the batter then was stopping, and his whole team looked at him in disbelief. And now here he is taking, in my opinion, one of the best catches of the tournament.
From zero to hero.
Certainly, indeed, a fantastic catch. Really running around, plucking that one out of the air, and indeed, as you said, from zero straight to hero.
Well, you wouldn't see many better than that anywhere in the world. I don't care at what level. It looked as though it was going to clear him and clear the boundary for 6. And he just plucked it out of the air. Just to show you how difficult it can be out there on this bumpy outfield. Next one, straight through the fielder.
You know, we not be having the rain with the, and most of the playing fields in this country. This is probably the one of the better ones, really suffering the same fate with really some huge cracks in the outfield.
They probably need to put a rocket engine on it. I'm going to see if our director David can maybe pull back at that catch one more time, if he can, because it really was a stunner. They're going to need a hero here in these closing overs, North Stars. At the moment, the prospects look kind of bleak for that big total that they maybe were interested in getting towards.
They really had a good start with Gibbons on top end.
I'm going to have another look at that catch from Kevon Hines again. Here we go. Talk us through it.
Yes, certainly a flighty delivery, getting close, and slug sweeping that one out to deep mid wicket. Watch the field as he comes around, 1, 2, up in the air, and pluck that one out of the skies. Indeed, a tremendous catch from young Hines. Indeed, he has all the right to celebrate, because indeed that was indeed fantastic.
Yeah, good work there by our cameraman as well. You have another look at it again. He's tried to pull it from outside, swing it from outside the off stump, and never really got a hold of it. We're back live. Loose delivery from Lovell, wide, and that also gets 4. So that'll be 5 runs. North Stars will take that.
Certainly, the Queen's College and Miss Queen's College have to make sure that they close out, and they close out really keeping the North Stars side under pressure. They have to close out well here because, as I said, runs on the board and the final runs of the board, and they don't want to give away too many runs here in the dying stages.
Maybe looking to pull that one down, but he was fortunate to have gotten away with that one. Sometimes when the pressure is on and you're trying to go hard at it, Carrington not getting the timing right on that stroke. Match well poised at the moment. 94 for 6. They've got 22 balls to do some more damage, North Stars. That scoring rate has also dipped below 6, and that's also not a very good sign for them.
Yeah, certainly. At one stage, they were scoring over 7. They were 7.35 for over. But once young Bellamy came into the attack and you got rid of Gibbons and top in, and then it was all thus far. The Amaze Queens College side keeping the pressure on in terms of the middle overs with the slow bowlers especially.
Seth Smith has been doing a good job quietly behind the stumps for Queen's College.
Yes, he's been very impressive throughout this tournament, and in my opinion, one of the better young keepers in this country.
Boys doesn't have a clue.
Again, the slow bowlers are really pulling it back, so to speak, in these dying overs. They have to try to get up anywhere in the region of 130 or so.
So, end of a pretty tidy over that from. Sorry, he's out caught at mid wicket. No, that was taken so easily. Wasn't sure about that one. And so Boyce is gone. He's been caught at mid wicket. Caught by Roach off the bowling of Lovell. Let's have a look at it again.
Yeah, certainly. Looking to go over the wicket region. I got as far as short mid wicket. So the pressure really telling here on the North Stars batters. The lower order really, after getting a pretty good start, really missed some good hostile bowling by Bellamy and Roach. And the slow bowlers putting the icing on the cake, as they would say. Really has been a fine bowling performance thus far by the Amaze Queens College side.
The question is, though, do you think when you look at the North Stars squad, do they have the bowlers that can come out and win the game for them?
Yeah, certainly. You have, as I said, the older statesmen, the more experienced guys who may not be as quick as they used to be. But in terms of accuracy, they're going to try, especially with the slow bowlers, really. And if they can get off to a good start, if they can get a wicket or two in the power play before the Amaze Queens College side can get anywhere in the region of 40 or 50, we can have a game on our hands.
Easy single there for Carrington. As Selwyn Mears is the new batsman for North Stars. Can only just play it back to the bowler there, Mears. That's always the challenge when you have a new batsman coming in a limited overs match and limited overs remaining. Being able to just get in and quickly get on with it. This one is in the air. And the boundary there for Mears, just out of the reach of the fielder who was in at cover, and then the fielder on the cover boundary not able to get around and cut it off. And a boundary there for Mears to get him off the mark.
And certainly now
I'm bringing up the 100 for North Stars.
In the process, need to get as many as they can in these dying overs.
Another easy single there. 100 from 109 deliveries. 12 boundaries in there.
And you're quite right, with the very few batters who can just take their guard from the umpire and start to bash it right off from the first delivery. You sometimes want about 2 or 3 deliveries to get some sighters before you go, but the North Star side really don't have time for sighters.
No, they don't. Here's Carrington and this one drops just short of the fielder on the long on boundary, and he has been. Is Mears run out? Yes, he is. Run out at the non-striker's end, coming back for a second run. A throw from the fielder at long on. I think that looks like Raphael Lovell, who threw the ball in, struck the stumps at the non-striker's end, and here we have the replay. This will tell us what took place there. The ball was in the air for a little while. Lovell just allowed it to drop and bounce, and then just sent in a really lethargic throw at the non-striker's end, and it struck the stumps and found Mears wanting. So Mears goes for 5, and more trouble for North Stars, who are now 102 for 8 in the 18th over. And just to let you know that their first 50 came off 40 balls, no wickets, and then their second 50, listen to this, 69 balls and 7 wickets for that second 50. So that just shows the kind of transformation that took place within the game.
Yeah, certainly the Maize Queen's College side really pulling them back, pegging them back, as they would say. The introduction of Bellamy, as I said, who really had a wonderful spell, and he was responsible really for making the breakthrough and really stemming the flow of runs after Givens and Topping got them off to a pretty decent start. And then the slow bowlers coming in and doing what they've been doing all season, with the really gifting nothing away, and continue to be tight with the likes of Preston Clark, Raphael Lovell, and the young Bishop. So I would imagine at this stage, 103 for 8 with 2 overs left, that the Queen's College, Maize Queen's College side are where they want to be, and that's in control.
Yeah, I was very impressed with them when I saw them up at Corin Hunt Sports Club. Just the very clinical way that they dismantled Corin Hunt was just, something to behold, to be quite honest.
Certainly. And I saw them in the semi-final game against Wanderers, and what I like about this Queen's College side, they're not only a team, but they're a well-oiled unit, thanks to their coach, Barry Ford, one with loads of knowledge really, and they've really built a wonderful unit here. And you saw it earlier when the opening pair was scoring freely. They stuck together and they did not panic, and that was important. That's why they're in this position now, and I must say indeed, if they should go on to win, they richly deserve it.
So Roach has come back. Sorry, this Thorne. So we're going to see the batsman now trying to loose the cudgel, as they would say.
Yeah, certainly going for broke, as they would say.
Appeal for LBW decision. Umpire Adrian Jones, one of your old foes, days when he played for YMPC in Division 1. You would have come across him when you were playing for Spartan and Banks as well.
Oh, certainly a very attacking player at the top, and really from ball one, once the umpire said play, Jones was always on the go. A real talent, really.
More runs here for Brown. $105 for 8 now. That's in the air. That's a big hit. The first 6 of the innings, and had our colleagues there doing radio commentary in some trouble there. Donovan, good thing you're over the side.
Yeah, certainly that one was struck beautifully. Searching, I don't know why, in the block hole. Probably looking for that Yorker of a pitch to bit. And that one was struck beautifully by Carrington over along on, and that first 6, and indeed a good shot. Really a few more days is what was really needed at this stage.
Someone in the pavilion shouted and told Thorne, we're gonna have a look at that 6 again.
Yes.
Let's see if he miss his length.
We're pitching that one. Oh yeah. They're too far, as they would say, stay in your half, son.
In the air, just over the head of the fielder. Some free runs here for North Stars. As two helicopters pass overhead. You know that we've got the training program, the military training program taking place.
Trade winds.
Trade winds here in Barbados over the last couple of weeks as the regional security system gets ready for the ICC Men's T20 World Cup, which starts in just a few days, probably about about 3 weeks time.
Yes, they are thereabouts, yeah. I was part of that trade winds exercise the last time they were here. It was really an exciting and an informative, really an event that took place using the Harrison's cave, really, to expedite some safety rescue missions. It was indeed very interesting.
Here's Roach now. And they will get the run. 114 now, 150 now, 150 for 8. Were you, I'm going to ask this in the nicest way possible, were you a crash dummy?
Certainly not. Don't let the size fool you, Woody. I might be big, but I'm active. I'm telling you that. I actually went right through the cave, crawling on my tummy, certain parts of the Harrison cave, with no light at all in the cave. So indeed it was an experience for me.
And that'll be a boundary for Brown, as a delivery there from Roach, going searching, and Brown getting the outside edge. I would say I got a boundary in the dark, as you know, goes up to 7. It's 119 for 8.
Certainly important runs here in the depth as we see the replay. Again, that one fullish in length. Well played in the end by Brown, opening the face of the bat, finding the gap between Gully and the mallet, pointing into the boundary for 4. So important runs here in the end.
It looked as though he was trying for the Yorker there, Roach, and maybe didn't get it all right. And Brown was able to get some free runs. That one was bordering, I think, bordering on a wide.
Yeah, certainly. The umpire read competent. So if he says it's not a wide, I am quite confident that he's sure, being a very competent umpire.
So another wicket goes down as the Queen's College continue to tighten the noose here, and that will be wicket number 9. 119 for 9 now. As we have a look at it again, Rodney Brown, well, a very flamboyant stroke, but it's in the air. The fielder running in off the boundary, Raphael Lovell, and taking a very simple catch in the end. And there you go, another wicket for the Queen's College team and North Stars. Now 119 for 9. So that score of 120 lets us know that target of 120 or so lets us know that will be what they'll be chasing, the schoolboys.
Yeah, certainly. And if you told them in the finals today they will chase 120-25, they will take that any day of the week. So indeed a good performance by the Emmaus Queen's College side. The North Stars, after having a good start, really not capitalizing on that good start. You really thought that one stage was one up to at least 170.
And the first batsman with a helmet today, the last man, James Brathwaite.
Taking no chances.
And a wide signal by umpire Reed. And the way that he played that first stroke, that was telling to us that's all that we need to know about Brathwaite's batting ability.
But in all fairness, it was a wide delivery, so you can just flash at it. You have nothing to lose at this stage, so I won't judge him on that.
You're too kind. Another flamboyant, flirting with danger outside the off stump there.
Could have gone up to 120. So can he finish for the boundary?
Well, we'll soon find out. Good stop just in front of us here at the pavilion end, and just a single, and that's all they wrote. North Stars winning the toss and choosing to bat, and they finish on 121 for 9 from their 20 overs. North Stars, it means this Queen's College team, Amaze Queen's College, will have to score 122 to win.
Yeah, certainly. The North South side, they got off to a good start with Toppin and with Gibbons, but once these two were separated and then Gibbons went for 27, it was all the Bellamy show. Raydon Bellamy really, he came into the attack along with Roach and took them back, but not only did he stop them from scoring, he got very, very, very important wickets. And in the end, a beautiful spell by him, 4 overs, no maidens, 4 for 15, really to spearhead this attack. Again, the slow bowlers in the middle overs, they came, they did their job, they were very impressive. Lovell, Baptiste, and to a lesser extent Preston Clark, but in the end, they stayed together, they got the job done, and I know they'll be confident and comfortable and feel that they're in a good place, chasing 122 for victory.
So they started off with a partnership of 51 North Stars, but their last losing their their 10 wickets, if you want to call it that, for just 70 additional runs, and they finish on 121 for 9. Let's just run through the scorecard for you. Jefferson Gibbons got 27, Troy Toppin got 16, Jeff Yearwood 11, Sadre DePies 14, Alvin Campbell no score, Jed Yearwood 3, Kyle Carrington, their captain, was not out on 15. Ian Boyce made 1, Selwyn Mears 5, Rodney Bino 7, and James Brathwaite was not out on 1. 21 extras in that total of 121. So maybe if they were a little bit more disciplined, perhaps it would only be less than 110.
Yes, certainly.
Yeah, and so 121 for 9. And just to give you the bowling figures, they made good reading for the Queen's College, the Amaze Queen's College team. It was Nicholas Thorne, 3 overs, no maidens, none for 22. Then Raphael Lovell, 4 overs, no maidens, 2 for 23. Preston Clark, 1 over, no maidens, none for 12. Damani Roach, 4 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 15. The star of the Queen's College bowler, the pick of the bowlers, was Raydon Bellamy, 4 overs, no maidens, 4 for 15. And the other bowler used Zandre Baptiste, 4 overs, no maidens, 1 for 22. So it means Queen's College, Amaze Queen's College, will have to chase 122 to win at 6.1 and over. We'll have it for you when we come back. We'll have the second half here of the BCA T20 Plate Final.
other way, open it up, man.
And welcome back to the second half of this encounter, where Amaze Queens College require 122 if they're going to lift the 2024 BCA Plate T20 competition, after North Stars amassed 121 for 9 of their 20 overs. I'm joined by Andy Payne.
Yes, thank you. Welcome back, Yardi. Welcome back, viewers. Good pull back there, you would say, by the Queens College team. So, be interested to see how they go about their reply to this. You got in the middle Preston Clark. He'll be joined by Nicholas Thorne. And the opening bowler for the North Stars team is Rodney Brown. But what a good pullback by the Queens College. A good spell of ball in there by Bellamy. But this is the first delivery to be bowled by Brown. But that one is down the leg side, no wide. So you go on, Yardi, to describe what your thoughts about what happened as we proceed in the second innings.
Well, I would believe that the Queens College side will be the firm favourites to lift this title. 121 runs, 122 runs, basically 120 deliveries available. So that's basically just a little over a run a ball. And of course, there'll be some sundries along the way, but an easy pace wicket, and we'll see how they go about it.
Brown. You see, it seems like Brown's getting a little bit of inward movement. You saw Preston Clark coming on the front foot yard and just allowing that one to come onto the bat to pick up the first runs off the bat. So Queens College, they're on and moving. They're two without any loss. Sorry, one without loss, as that one worked into the mid-wicket area just for one.
Yeah, easy single there for Preston Clark, who was a top score of 89 versus Wanderers in the semi-finals. Some very useful scores here. Nicholas Thorne has a 76 not out against George Park. Also, Rodney Brown, the veteran, opening the bowling for North Stars. And that is the first boundary for the Amaze Queens College side. As a matter of fact, the ball has not gone all the way, and they run belatedly. So Andy Payne, the Cardinals sin, when really truly should have gotten 3. They actually only got 1 run, so 2 without loss delivery, played over the vacant third man region and pulled it down there, down alongside the flag, and in the end they only got 1. So sloppy bit of cricket.
Yeah, indeed. He didn't get all the back onto it, so I don't think it would have carried on. So he should have looked to capitalize. Thank you, man.
So that's the fall of the first wicket. Yeah, Preston Clark comes back.
That's okay, Preston. That's all right, Preston.
Preston Clark. So Andy, just the start that the North Star side will need, because if they're going to win this game, I do expect that they'll have to bowl the Amaze Queen's College out and pick up the prize wicket of Preston Clark for just one, and a very valuable wicket, 3 for the loss of 1, as Jordan Graham is the new batsman at the crease, and Rodney Brown already among the wicket. Delivery played up into the mid-on region for a single. So Graham opens his account, and Queen's College in the early stages, Andy Payne, while they're chasing down this target of 122, they are on the back foot and they will have to rebuild right away.
Yep, yeah, that's a very big wicket to get. Preston Clark, he's probably one of the more assured batters in this team. So to get that early scalp, they'll be very happy for that.
What's that doing?
This delivery ripped through the mid-wicket region, and the youngsters are back for 2. Nicholas Thorne just throwing his bat around, really, a stand and deliver shot, and if I was the coach, I would not be happy with that at all. No movement of feet whatsoever, just stand and deliver. Dragged it through the mid-wicket region. In the end, he got 2, and Queen's College, in the process of the first over, they are 6 for the loss of 1.
And then this is one of the challenges they'll face, the lack of pace on the ball from the likes of Brown. So they just need to be a little bit more patient, as he will not give them the pace that they're regularly known to face up against this new ball.
Yes, very, very good observation there, Andy Payne, to end over number 1. A good Yorker there from Brown. He said he has the length in terms of his run-up, but no longer has that pace, that venom that he once had when he was in his teens. Of course, he's way past his teens, maybe about 5 times now, and still he will call on all of his experience in terms of getting his team over the line. They will need wickets, and at the end of the first over, having taken the wicket of Preston Clark, a prize scalp caught by De Pisa off the bowling of Brown for 2, and at the moment they are 6 for 1 in search of 122 for victory. So we're going to have over number 2.
Kyle Carrington, the captain, he's going to come into the attack and at the southern end. Like again, one's known for quite a bit of pace, but like you said, into his older years, he's toned down a bit, so he's more of a medium to slow bowler, Kyle. But he'll want to show his worth over here amongst this big crowd on the show for the final. But a good start by the North Stars team, Lyndon, to pick up that wicket of Preston Clark. So a lot will be rest on the batting of young Jordan Graham and Nicholas Thorne, who's doing the double. He also would have opened the bowling for his side. So to see him here in the dual role of opening the bowling and the batting, so he probably is one of the more assured players in this team as well.
Yeah, some useful scores. 51 out of Cody Holder, 48. Jordan Graham 45. Jordan Graves 41, Jordan Graham 40. So some very useful scores. So it's not been a one-man show for the Amaze Queen's College School to get to this final. And they've done the first half of the innings right. They just need to complete the second half, and they can come out on top. Ill-directed delivery down the leg side, wide signal by umpire Amal Nurse. So sundries are on their way first sundry of this innings. And Queen's College and over number 2 are 7 for 1, having lost Preston Clark, caught by the Pisa off the bowling of Brown for 2.
Yep. Again, like I said, it wouldn't be the pace that they're accustomed to, so it just needs to show some patience and application here. You see him going to a drive a little bit early on it, but able to work that one onto the long one area. That time, Graham, so he brings Torn into strike. But yeah, Yard, what do you think of the total? I mean, after that start, some 121 at the back end of the innings, so good pullback by the youngsters.
If I was the Queen's College School, I'd be happy with that total, just 122, just over a rubber ball. Or basically, you could put on a rubber ball, extras will come. You already have one, so that's the winning run there already. And I think that the North Stars know they probably will be 40 runs or 35 runs short of what they would like to have gotten. But obviously, they were undone by the pace of Bellamy and Roach, and that was the deciding factor.
Another wide delivery down the left side, so Carrington yet to get his radar correct. We would think that they would have gotten a bit more, but as you say in the final yard, runs on the board, the scoreboard pressure usually mounts up. So I'd be interested to see all the schoolboys should be thinking about to get to all these overs to get this score off. You know your total, you know your targets, you know what you're expected to get. So just spend some time in the middle.
Slash square for 6. They bit short outside of the off stump, and there's Torn. He climbed into that, and depending what later about that, he was given the width, and he wasted no time in slashing it over the cover region for 6. Superb shot, and this is what can happen when you bring loose bowlers to the young boys. 15 for 1.
With one author, and he had the arms, and he extended his hands were quick through that one, and he's going all the way over the extra cover boundary for a 6. Oh, what a big shot by the young man. So Thorne, like we said, he's doing the dual role. He opened the bowling earlier this morning, and now he's back into the middle. So he looks the one who will like to get on with it.
Yeah, from the look of things, very good cricket shot, that one. To be given the width, and he took full advantage of it. A little bit of pace, so he had some revs to work with, and in the end, he helped himself to a tremendous 6, and the first 6 of the schoolboys innings. So good start for them. 15 for 1, having lost prize scalp of Preston Clark, a guy for whom we have a lot of time for. And the target, 122, after North Stars, who won the toss and batted, folded at 121 for 9 when the completion of the 20 overs came up.
So, no time wasting here at all. The ball is back with us.
Ill-directed delivery, so one wide of the off stump and no one down the leg side. So invariably carries the sundries up to 2 and make that 3, and it's 16 for 1. So the important scoreboard pressure, but the bowlers also have to bowl to further emphasize that pressure, and that's not been happening this over. Unbelievable. An absolute sitter, Andy Payne. There is Torn. I think he just needs to be more precise with the shots he's going to, his shot selection. Yes, he wants to get on with it, but he's got to pick the balls to hit. That delivery, it was there to hit, but he just jacked it up in the air. And it was a simple catch that should have been taken. The fielder came across, got under it, and then the ball was under him, under the floor.
Yeah, bad miss there by Alvin Campbell.
And now here's a cracking shot. Come back for 2 and very good running. So once again, the advantage of youth. And I can't help but say this, Andy Payne, you know, the youth, you don't get a lot of credit in society, but it's good that when they're doing things good, that you must give them some praises. I'm elated with the level of cricket in Barbados to have 2 school sides competing in 2 of the finals. The other school side will be Foundation, who will play in the Shield final, and amaze Queen's College here on top at the moment against North Stars. So here we go again, Andy Payne, news flash. 1 wide off stump, 1 down the leg side. 1 wide off stump, 1 down the leg side. So again, we speak about scoreboard pressure.
Yeah, so Carrington, he hasn't been able to apply
we have a replay of the catch coming up, Andy.
Yep. Let's see this one, Lyndon.
No foot movement, just clearing the left leg. Look, comes across, sells under it, has 2 bites at the cherry, and in the end, he floors it. So catches win matches.
Terrible miss by Alvin Campbell. Like I said, a very experienced player. He would have taken that any other day, but today the big day when it needed, he wasn't able to grasp it, and he's put that one down. As you can see, Nicholas Torn, he intends to be aggressive. And he's looking to carry the ball to this ball in attack.
Nice defensive stroke there by Graham to bring over number 2 to an end. And 22 for 1, so they require just another 100 runs to lift the title. Amazed Queen's College from Husbands and St. James against North Stars, all the way out of St. Lucie, who amassed 121 for 9 of their 20 overs in the BCA T20 Plate for 2024, played here before a good crowd at Lears.
Very expensive over there by Kyle Carrington. He's been all over the shop. He's bowled quite a few wides in this over. So wasn't able to apply the pressure that Brown would have put in the first over when he picked up that first wicket. Albeit a drop catch by Campbell, but he was all over the shop. Some wide deliveries down the leg side, and that's moved the Queen's College team on to 22 for 1.
And there's a brilliant Yorker by Brown, dug out, and allows the batsman to get 1. And Queen's College moves up to 23 for the loss of 1. And Carrington, a tad expensive, 1 over for 16. And the question is, will he bowl a second over, because they don't have the runs on the board to play with, and definitely not what the skipper would want to see. In the air, chance for a catch. The field is under it, and the catch is taken. So the catch taken as Graham is caught at mid-wicket, and caught by DePisa at mid-wicket off the bowling of Rodney Brown, who strikes for the second time. So he's keeping North Stars in the game. 23 for 1 becomes 23 for 2. Andy.
Yeah, and that full pitch delivery. At that time, he saw Graham trying to hit that one over the mid-wicket area. He didn't get all of it, and saw DePisa running in from the deep mid-wicket area to take a good catch. So he's put the team in further trouble with 2 wickets down. Brown, like we said, he's void of pace. So these schoolboys, they just need like I said, a little bit more patient with it. Albeit that was a bad delivery, a full toss. Graham wasn't able to get all of it and was able to hold out to mid-wicket area. So they put the team further on the rows. In the North Stars team fighting back with the score they've got on the board. But the second wicket for Brown, 23 for 2 after some 2.2 overs. Yard.
Yeah, you're going to have to go down fighting. We see the replay. Brown off a very ginger run up. This gets into his stride. Full toss that really should have been hit in the road. He just helped it in the air without hitting it. And he came across very easy, judged it well, never kept his eyes off the ball, and took a simple catch in the end. The second catch to Cedric DePisa, so he's making up for his blunder at number 4 in the batting order. He's taken 2 catches. Raymond Brown, Rodney Brown has picked up 2 wickets, 1.2 overs, no meters, 2 for 7, and amazed Queen's College 23 for 2, chasing 122.
Like I said, Brown, he's not very pacey, he's very slow. So the guys just need to be a little bit more patient as the new batsman in Zandra Baptiste comes into the middle. Baptiste, he's probably the more astute batter in the team. He also plays for the Guardian Youth, Linden. And I remember in the under 19, he has himself some good scores in that under 19 competition. So coming into the middle order, he needs to hold it together here and try to get a score on the board for his team.
I think one of the things that'll be interesting here is that he is a left-hander, so he does bring that change to the field dimension, and I think it could very well work in favor. They could use that in their favor, the amazed Queen's College side, with the captain of the North Star side being forced to make the different adjustments to suit the left-hander and right-hander. And so this is a good addition to have here at a critical stage when they lost 2 wickets against the run of play.
Yeah, indeed. And like I said, they just need to get themselves a partnership. Torrance show that he's going to be aggressive. So it's just for Xander Baptiste to get himself in, work the ball around with his left-handed exploits. You see him just showing some good intentions and coming down the wicket to Brown. As we say, he's a little bit slow and working that one into the middle for just another single. So good batting by Baptiste.
Yeah, just trying to generate some pace by taking a few exploratory steps down at Brown. Who wouldn't mind the old wily veteran, I would like to call him, Rodney Brown. 1.5 overs, no maintenance, 2 for 10. And Alvin Campbell still to come into the attack. So they will go hand in hand. And just going to try and pull up some bowling figures for the North Stars side during the tournament. Not seeing them at the moment. Here is maybe hit hard back at Brown, and maybe 52 years ago he would have taken that, Andy Payne. But prevention is better than cure. Just to give you some bowling figures for the North Stars side as they complete over number 3, 27 for 2. Amaze Queen's College. Jed Yearwood, 4 overs. Sorry, he picked up 4 for 8 against Prison Officers in the semi-final. James Brathwaite yet to come into that, 3 for 22 versus Wibbix. Troy Toppin, 3 for 2 versus Sheffield in the quarterfinals. And Rodney Brown, best figures of 3 for 16 versus Prison Officers also in the semi-final. So start of over number 4, 27 for 2 with Thorne not on 16. With him is Andre Baptiste, the left hand who's just gone to crease. He's not on 3. 17 overs to come, 95 required for Amaze Queen's College to lift the Barbados Cricket Association T20 Plate Competition 2024.
First change of bowling, it looks like Jed Yearwood. He's going to pick up the attack from the southern end. Jed Yearwood, like we said, he's a very wily and economical bowler. In the semi-final, he would have bowled his 4 overs and he had some 4 wickets for 8 runs. So 2 wickets down in the beginning. The captain, he's turned to Jed Yearwood, who seems to be on form. He's been on form coming off the semi-final outing with some 4 for 8. So he'll be bowling to the right-handed Thorne. Thorne, he's on 16, but 2 early wickets in the first 3 overs, and now the most economical bowler in Jed Yearwood, he's into the attack. Lyndon.
Yes, a very good move, and you would kind of say that these are moves that are forced because the lack of total on the board, 121, semi-final, 4 for 8. So if you can replicate those figures, then we're in for a decent game. And straight
Lyndon,
away,
that is what Jed Yearwood is so good at. He's very accurate. He's just down the off step for his deliveries. I don't think he's a big turn of the ball, but he'll be economical. He'll be very, very accurate, Jed.
and here's the hit square for 4. That's gone all the way with my vision obscured by the right of the pavilion and the scoreboard. So a welcome 6. It's 133. Sorry, it's 33 for a loss of 2. And here's the replay. We slashed just over the fielder, Andy. And if he was on the boundary, he had a better chance, but he was 3/4 of the way in. Forcing shot off the back foot. Take 1. And he's now up to 34 for 2 in the 4th over.
Like we said, Thorne, he continues his aggression. He's hit his second 6. And another ball on whiff on off. And again, he's just threw his hand through that one on Lyndon. Seems to be very strong outside that area once given room. Like you said, the Pizza, he was a bit off the boundary. If he was on the boundary, he would be in for a chance. But no fault of the batter. And he capitalized on it. And he's moved his score along to some 23 runs. And moving his score to his team, 34 for 2. So they're really going at some run rate. They're scoring at some 9.7. And really putting a bit of pressure on the North Stars team, even though they've picked up 2 early wickets.
Yeah, the required rate is just 5.33, so they're doing decent. The delivery cut to the fielder at that short third man position by Zandre Baptiste. Dot ball. been a good over sent down by Jedi Yearwood. Bang on target right away. And Baptiste plays him off the back foot to complete over number 434 for a loss of 2 amazed Queen's College, seeking 122 to lift the 2024 Barbados Cricket Association T20 Plate competition against North Stars, who amassed 121 for 9 off their 20 overs. Quick comparison, Andy, at the same stage North Stars were 27 without loss, so with 2 wickets down, but you are 7 runs better. Which is better? Which is better or which is best?
Well, wickets call himself, but you see how Grim is can carry on here. Grim, like we said, he's been pretty aggressive. It's bound to continue. You see a very another aggressive shot there played by Young Thorne to pick up another 2. But they're keeping the scoreboard moving along very economically there, Lyndon.
Yeah, what I like about Young Thorne, he isn't going to fool around. And if he gets anything loose, he's prepared to capitalize on it. Anything too full, he's prepared to go for it. So that is what will keep the pressure on the North Stars side at 36 for 2. Queen's College seeking another 86 runs in 15.5 overs.
Yeah, so they're keeping and remember we're still in the first power play here as Lyndon, so good batting again by Thorne. He's just keeping the feeders on the feet.
Nice, through the offside, beautiful shot for 4. A delivery from Brown, probably getting a little tired now, looking to get a little closer to the batsman, and the batsman just using his lack of pace and striking it through the offside. It said Young Thorne very busy, 29 from 15 deliveries, 1, 4, 2, 6. Here's the replay. And Andy, he stroked it beautifully. All timing and grace.
A very good shot there. He's called some changes to the field. So you've seen the captain, Carrington, come for slip to just add some reinforcements to that offside field. But that's not stopping Young Thorne from going for the drive again, this time past the mid-off area, Lyndon.
Yeah, beautiful shot again. Brown forced to go a lot closer to the bat now. And by going closer to the bat, he's not getting that line right. The left at least. And he's coming closer back by giving the room auxiliary or something. The batsman, I think, Andy Payne, you can easily say that Young Thorne is to say, you know what, he doesn't have a short ball that can worry me, so he can afford to stretch the left pad in his face and play from there wherever he bowls. I think basically that's what he's doing.
Yeah, good batting by Young Thorne. Yes, like we said, Brown, he's not much pace at all.
Now he drags this one through mid-wicket. Not really intended, but nonetheless he gets off straight and picks up a single. So I think the key here for the Amaze Queens College side, Andy, is that the rotation of straight, not only dealing the boundaries, but despite the fact they've lost 2 wickets, they've continuously kept the scoreboard rotating. So keep releasing the pressure valve of that total of 122 for victory.
Yeah, some 9 runs already scored, and that's all the first 4 deliveries in the over. So they've keep it moving around. Thorne, he's had a couple of doubles along his boundary and then to work that one through the mid wicket. But like I said, Lyndon, he just needs to continue being patient and wait for that one in the area. You don't want to go into it too early, but you know, Brown, he's not going to push you back. So it's just coming to the front foot and allowing it to get to you before you try to get too far ahead of it.
In over number 5 at Baptiste is forward to Brown, who has just 1 delivery to complete his 3rd over. 2.5 overs, no matters, 2 for 20. Kyle Carrington, 1 over for 16. Jed Yearwood, 1 over for 7. 43 for 2. 1 delivery shy of over number 5. And there is an advancing Zandre Baptiste, striking the ball down to the field at the mid-off position for what is the 44th run for the Amaze Queens College side. And at this stage, Andy, I would say the pressure is definitely on the North Stars side, because QC, despite the fact they've lost 2 early wickets, I think at the moment they're simply cruising.
Yeah, if they're going to win this game, they have to keep picking up wickets. But Young Thorne, he's showing that he's not letting them in. He's scoring. He's very aggressive. Like you said, Lyndon, he's some 32 runs. Also only 17 deliveries. He's shot some 2 fours. But he's keeping it moving. Xander Baptiste, like we said earlier, he's solid for the middle order. He's one of the young players who's played for the Guardian General Youth. And all his role would be to do support Thorn and get him back on strike whenever he can, because as it's shown that any opportunity given by Thorn to score, he's not going to waste any time in doing such.
Final over in the power play. And it's going to be Jedi Airwood to continue. Zandre Baptiste on strike. He has 4 against his name. Thorn, he has 32. Back to the bowler.
Like we said, he's going to be very wily. He's just going to bowl it as accurate as ever, just on about that off stump. So it's just a matter to keep him out, just keep the singles going and get Thorn on strike.
Quick single into the offside. Rotation of strike, left and right. And the total now to 45 for 2. In over number 6. The target 122 for Amaze Queen's College, who are in front of the game at the moment. North Stars having amassed 121 for 9 when their 20 overs ran out. Brings the
Interested to see Judge was employing the slip for Thorn who's be aggressive. So he just brought the man out of that, like say, into slip.
And I think you will need to move the man from slip and send the man over the road, because that's gone all the way for 6. And the young man brings up the Queen's College 50 for Queen's College of 38 deliveries, 28 minutes, 1 4 and 3 sixes. I dare say all 3 of those 6s to young Nicholas Thorn. 40 balls, 38 minutes for the 50. And here's the replay. He just cleared the left leg. Oh, North Stars 50 came off 40 deliveries. And Queen's College brought up their 50 off 38 deliveries. So I'm not so sure about the ploy of having to slip in position for young Thorn. I think you need to get him off strike if they're going to apply a strategy and try to get into the middle. But as long as he stands at the crease and the pin, I'm thinking if he's at the crease by the 10th over, I'm going to predict this game will be over within 15 overs.
Yeah, good aggressive battle, like we said, he continue to be. He's 38 of some 18 balls. He's some 3 6s and 1 4. But again, like I said, I was a bit amazed by the decision to bring that slip in. You would think that you ought to just be more bit of the defensive to someone like Thorn and try to get as many deliveries into Baptiste as he continues to try to get his way in.
Which is what I was saying, because you only scored 121 runs, set the opposition 122 runs, and you're going to employ a slip. You have 2 wickets, yes, but the scoring rate is extremely good. 51 for 2. We haven't completed the 6th over yet. They're still in the power play, and you're employing a slip. I think it seems more television than anything else. 71 to win from 87 deliveries, as Harold has a cackle, Harold, but basically the guys are on top. 51 for 2. You got to find wickets. Nothing is beating the bat to suggest, Andy Payne, that you will have a slip in position. Jedi Airwood is operating directly stump to stump basically. He's not even trying to influence the batsman to force the batsman away to induce it into a drive. He's basically attacking the stump, asking the batsman to find shots, which is why young Nicholas Thorn has been equal to the task. And now he bowls a short delivery, and that has gone also to the boundary for 4. So exactly the reason why Andy Payne, we question why is the slip in position. He's going to pull the ball down, and young Thorn, in a no-nonsense move, rushes to 42 from 19 deliveries, 2 4s, 3 6s, a strike rate of 221. Here's the replay. A half tracker. A hit high and wide the mid wicket for another boundary.
Very good shot there by Thorn again. That one pulled down by Jedi, and he was back on the back foot and able to hit that one over the long one area. Just 1-2 bounces and into the boundary. Have you seen the change being made now? Little Campbell, he's going back to the long one. That's Yearwood.
4 more.
Hit straight over the bowler's head and into the boundary for another 4.
Back on the
So with that 4, Queen's College moves to 59 for 2. Young Nicholas Thorn is within sight of a half century. It's been an enterprising knock. He has 48 against his name. 48 from 20 deliveries.
Some
And
very good batting here. Some very good batting here by Torn. As you see another fight.
Oi!
He's going
Come
to
on, Nick! Come on, Nick! Come, Nick!
But he's taken the toll to the likes of Jed Deerwood and Kyle Carrington, and he's moved his score very along to some 48, and the score is 59.
the replay comes up, and there is Andy a lazy attempt by young Jed Yearwood to take that catch. And the catch that really should be taken because he didn't need to jump to pull it down. He's a tall man, but not prepared or not bowling to look for the ball to come back at him. But he's bowling stump to stump. And when you're going to bowl stump to stump, Andy, naturally you have to get yourself in a position to look for the return catch. And as I say, at this stage, catches win matches. 59 for 2. 48 to young Thorn. That's the end of the bowling power play. And 59 for 2. They require another 63 from 84 deliveries. So it is Queen's College game to loss.
With some good batting there again by Torn, as you saw. Jed Yearwood, he moved the mid-on out to long-on, and he brought his mid-off up, and you just saw him moving out to the leg side. That made some room on that offside and hit that one back over Jed Yearwood as he was looking to access the offside. So good batting by the man.
Yeah.
So a delivery work down to fine leg. Into the bounce before, and he paid the importance of a right and left-hander, and it was a calculated, risky shot off the hip by Zondre Baptiste that takes Amaze Queen's College amazingly close to this title. They're 63 for 2.
Indeed, so you saw Brown again bowling to the left-handed Baptiste this time. Outside the leg stump, and Baptiste, he was able to work that one past Campbell, that square leg, and down to the boundary for 4. So this partnership is really growing. There's a partnership of some 61, it seems. But Baptiste and Thorn really putting the team ahead here in Linden.
Yes. Hit back to the bowler.
Bad on, Dre, that's all right.
Brown as busy as ever in his final over. So another interesting aspect there, Andy, is the fact that they've taken a liking to young Jed Yearwood. They haven't let him settle. He has best figures of 4 for 8, but even him, they're treated like just another bowler.
Bad Dre, that's all right.
By Baptiste, he just continues to advance down to Brown with the keeper standing back. And I'm surprised that the keeper will be back to a player like this, of this pace, especially with Baptiste trying to advance to Brown.
Brown still pegging away, working away, looking for that wicket. 63 for 2.
This time he stayed home, and Brown wayward this time again down the leg side, taken by Gibbons. But these was really have the North Stars rattled. Some 64 runs. Good partnership between these two, and they're really in the ascendancy here in Linden.
Forcing umpire Jones to call a wide.
Another leg-sided delivery there by Brown. And Baptiste was able to just work that one into the mid-wicket area for an easy single to bring the aggressive Nicholas Torn into strike.
Yeah, so we've got it right. He's corrected. He's actually 46 and not 48. 65 for 2 over number 7 in progress. The target 122. 57 from 80 deliveries.
Niggas on strike.
Take care.
Let's do what happening, you know. I keep going. Can Nicky, let me go on, Nick. Can Nick.
That time by Nicholas Torn, he was in no position to play that shot, but he just got Brown with one delivery less in his spell, and he just needs Torn to see this one out or go. He's been aggressive and he's been very selective, so he wasn't wanting to give it away at this stage.
Yeah, he just needs to see him off first of all and just compose himself. He has ample time. There's still a lot of overs to get these 57 runs from 79 deliveries. He has 46 and really deserves a 50. Unbelievable at shoulder height. And the same thing we say, he just needs to see off Brown. He has done that, but with the help of the fielder at the cover region, it was a simple catch that should have been taken. It was a lazy shot, a half volley. He didn't try to keep it down and just essayed the ball straight to the fielder. Luckily for him, he is not a victim of good fielding, but he lives to fight on. End of over number 7, 66 for 2. Amaze Queen's College in charge of the Barbados Cricket Association. T20 Plate Final versus North Stars. Brown has finished his spell, 4 overs, no maidens, 2 for 28. The replay comes up, Andy Payne, the catch is he was going to his right side, his left side, got wrong-footed, but it really should have been taken.
Yeah, that one was catchable height to Troy Topper, and he'd be very disappointed in not taking that one. But this is one of the things that we continue to say about young players in the cricket, Lyndon. They just try to get themselves in good batting positions. Their runs are there. There's plenty time in the innings to go, and they always find a way to get out. You just need to see Brown off. There's no reason to try to go up there. Like you said, he was lazy, but against the run of play, you don't want to get out at those times.
And he's the batsman in. He's set. He has 47 from 23 deliveries. We have a bowling change. James Brathwaite into the attack. He has best figures of 3 for 22. So it might be a little late for him. The keeper, Jefferson Gibbons, is on the stumps. He's just jogging. I'm not so sure that's going to help the cause. The umpire is asking him to settle down. And a little exchange between the umpire and the keeper. So anything to cause a distraction.
Tactics. And this is just exactly what Gibbons, his experience just was slow it down a little bit. But it's James Brathwaite, slow leg spinners in to the attack in the yard.
And his first delivery is chopped into offside by Thorne for his 48th delivery, for his 48th run. So premature celebration of his 50. He's actually 48. And 67 for 2. This is over number 8 in progress. Harold Eastman, as efficient as ever. As good as, never better than.
Harold Eastman.
He's heard that before. The good man Colin Dean. Swept away. A freebie. Slapped down behind square for 4 by Zandre Baptiste. And Andy, how well has Zandre Baptiste adapted to his position?
Ideally, Lyndon, like I said, we saw this young man in the final of the under-19, and I thought he batted very well in that game. Again, he tried to play for the Guardian General Youth, and I think he's one of the more solid middle order batsmen going around in the under-19s. But just patiently, just keep working it around, just batting and wait for the bad delivery. That's good batsmanship.
Both look young.
Now he's forward. Correct. Put it forward as well.
I don't care
nothing to bother him. They've got the 5 runs already in the over. He's got the boundary. So no need to do anything rash right now.
Stretches forward, strokes it out into the cover region. Will pick up his 15th run. And with that, Amaze Queen's College are 72 for 2, chasing 122. So 50 required from 74 deliveries.
Yep.
Brings Thorne on 48 on strike. And he slashes it through the offside. That's his 50. Beautiful innings by young Nicholas Thorne. He reaches his 50. His 50 is coming off 25 deliveries, 40 minutes, 4 fours and 3 sixes. Once again, 50 of 25 deliveries, 40 minutes, 4 fours and 3 sixes. The partnership is also over 50. 34 deliveries for the partnership. Thorne has contributed 37, and Zandre Baptiste has contributed 15. So beautiful innings there by young Nicholas Thorne.
Very good innings. Put this team really ahead. He was aggressive in the power play. He continues to be aggressive. Just saw him waiting on that one from James Brathwaite and being able to essay a lovely back foot punch through the cover area.
Oh, unbelievable, Andy Payne. Unbelievable. A nothing shot. After reaching his 50, the previous over, he played a lazy shot where he was dropped. A sitter that should have been taken at cover. He reaches his 50 with a beautiful shot down the ground, and then gets a looping leg break that doesn't turn, goes back and plays it from inside the crease, and he goes bold. You can hear the applause for young Nicholas Thorne. Bowled by James Brathwaite for a well played 52 of 26 deliveries. And how well did he play, Andy?
Very good knock by Thorne. He's put his team well ahead. Like I said,
The replay comes up. A delivery tossed up. He went back. He didn't do anything at all but went straight on. And he really was in no man's land, Andy, because he cleared his left leg, looking to play. He wasn't looking to play defensive. He wasn't looking to be aggressive. He was just in no man's land.
Yeah, just error by the young man. Yeah, so maybe he would have lost his concentration there after reaching the 50. But a very well played 50. He's put his team very well in the ascendancy here, like we said, Linden Yard. So the new batsman going to the crease, it looks like, is it Smith? Is that Smith?
The keeper.
The keeper. So he'll be there with Xander Baptiste, who's on 15. You just need to continue and forge a partnership with Baptiste, as there will be a new bowler as well. As Brown, he's completed his allotment. He's bowled some 4 overs, no maidens, 2 for 28. The new bowler looks like the experienced Alvin Campbell.
Well, they had to go through him at some point in time, and the key here for North Stars is that they still need to hunt wickets, and the pain. Time is run now. They require another 46 runs for victory, 72 deliveries remaining, and we are about to commence over number 9, so another one over in our stint, 76 for 3. The Amaze Queen's College School seeking 122 to lift the BCA T20 Plate competition for 2024 against North Stars.
Yeah, well, Baptiste, he will have to just carry on and shepherd this middle order. Campbell, he's going to be medium to fast, but he's just bowling off a few steps. He was known to be a very good bowler for the Police in the Division 1 over his years, bowling his medium piercers. Now he's turned to a kind of a quick off spin. So let's see what he offers up here today, Linden Yard.
Interestingly, he's between the umpire and the stump for the left-hander. Sensibly, tucking it into the leg side. They'll turn back and come back for 2. I think they will challenge the arm. And here's the difference between youth versus experience, Andy Payne. And if you and I were on the field running that, we would have gotten 1.5. But for these young legs, they complete 3 very, very easily.
I mean, generally you would say you don't want to have a player like that, a Buffett in that area. But if you look around the outfield, I don't think there are many more that can do a bit quicker job. So he found himself in a position where he had to chase and throw, and the batsmen were able to come back for 3 runs. But another good 3 by young Xander Baptiste. Again, just taking it over, just keep the scoreboard moving and putting the ball in the areas, scoring areas.
79 for 3, 8.2 overs gone, 43 from 70 required. Soft hands, good sensible cricket. Again, the age barrier.
Yes, Lyndon, there are a lot of singles on offer. Like we said, the North Stars team, they're a bit up in age. The young school boys, just once they can put the ball in the gaps, the single is on easily.
Payne, you say they're a bit.
A bit more than that,
I think you're generous.
You can see, it looks like James Bradford coming around now from that short fine leg area to a short third man. So just being some adjustments being made there by Gibbons, the wicket keeper. But it will be Campbell to continue.
Forced through the offside, and a poor bit of fielding by DePisa, who's taken 2 catches, but he's not being good on the ground on that occasion, and he allows a boundary that it can ill afford. Amaze Queen's College, 84 for 3, 38 away from victory. Another 68 deliveries available to them to surpass this total of 122.
Good transfer away at that time by Baptiste. He's been looking to get forward, but that one was a short delivery, a little bit outside the off, and he was able to quickly get back to the on the back foot and hit that one just for the point. And a terrible, as you see the replay, a bad bit of feeling down there by Cedric DePisa to give yet another boundary and to keep the score moving. And you can see Baptiste, his score continues to grow. He's some 22 off 20 balls.
Davis beats young Baptiste outside the offside. He's battled well, 22 off 21 deliveries. I'm trying to remember the last school side that would have defeated a senior side in the BCA final. And my memory carries me back to, I think, the Lodge School. Harold, can you assist me? Lodge School versus Bristol. And we're going down, Andy Payne, if you can help me. It has to be in the late 90s or the early 2000s. I think it's early 2000s. Lodge School versus the Bristol side. I think Stephen Leslie might have been part of that side. Against a senior side. Not a school side, I'm talking about against a club side. Yeah, Cobblmere has won several championships, but I can't remember offhand if they have. I think Adriel Woody Richards, who is due in next over number 9 haven't been completed. He'll be able to confirm for you, Harold. He's an up and on man, so he can confirm for you. I shall hope he remembers. But my memory serves me, if my memory serves me well, I remember that big final, Lodge versus Bristol. Bristol, who are no longer in the competition. Swung away. Return comes in, and the batsman take one. So at the start of over number 10, Amaze Queen's College 86 for 3, requiring 36 from 65 deliveries to surpass the total of 121 for 9 and to win the championship. And this will be their first title against an open club side. And what a wonderful year it has been for the side from Husbands in St. James, into starting his way back as far as 2023. As just been reminded, they produced Shea Hope, and I think the majority of cricketers who would have gone to Kyle Hope as well, the majority of cricketers from this school has gone to the Pickwick side.
Yeah, for sure. There's no.
Onto the back foot goes Smith, and he remains on 124 is Andre Baptiste, who is leading by example. At the top of the order, a blistering 52 by Nicholas Thorne certainly took the game and the fight to the North Star side, as this delivery is wide down the leg side, so they'll be helped by some 6 sundries. And James Brathwaite, extremely slow leg spinner.
I don't think Smith has got any intention of getting onto the front foot for this at all.
Yeah,
This time he's forward.
Andy, we can hear in the crowd someone says liquid there. It reminds me of what Craig Brathwaite bowls when he takes up the ball. It is that slow, it is that high.
You can't see on the helmet, so I know he's blinding me.
Good pattern again by the Queen's College team. Just try to keep the score rate going there. Pattern that it just required some 34 runs when they get into the 10th over here. So they're very, very well ahead. And like you said, they won't want to lose any more wickets at this stage.
Attempt is sweet. Ball ricochets in the offside. So the current rate is 3.34. The required rate is 3.34. The current rate is sailing at 8.95. And Andy, we've just got one ball and we're out of here. I'm sure we won't be back.
That's going to be it for us on this then.
This side of the fence.
Indeed. But
I was directly looking at
the Barry Ford coach team, they're very much ahead here, as you've seen that one work into the mid-wicket area again there by Xander Baptiste. So it seems that the completion of some 10 overs have been done, and I'm done here in the yard.
Well, I'm your brother, so I can tell you at the halfway stage,
that water.
the North Star side were 62 for 2, and at the halfway stage of this, the second and final half of this game, Amaze Queen's College are 89 for 3, with Smith not out on 2. Baptiste has 25 from 25 deliveries. At the top of the order, Nicholas Thorne, he went for 52, well played before he was bowled by James Brathwaite. Preston Clark was caught by Sadri DePisa off the bowling ground for 2. Jordan Graham was caught by DePisa off the bowling ground for 2. As I said, Baptiste is not out 25, Smith not out 2, extra 6, 6 wides, 89 for 3 off 10 overs. Some bowling figures: Rodney Brown, he's completed his quota, 4 overs, no middles, 2 for 28, 4-0, 28, 2. Kyle Carrington, 1 over for 16. Jed Airwood, 2 overs for 22 runs. James Brathwaite, 2 overs, 1 for 14. And Alvin Campbell, 1 over for 9 runs. The next voices you'll be hearing on the resumption will be the voices of Adriel Woody Richards, and with him is Don Loveman Lovell. I leave you with Amaze Queen's College in total control.
I actually want to do You need to know. If this is on. Alright, there. Shot, big guy. Third. Is this on? Huh? This is on? Yeah. Alright. Yeah. I think you're missing it. Look all the cross. Look all the way across. They know you can't hold the people here. Look. Nicholas!
Gentlemen, you got here.
You did already.
We
Put it, we lost. I walk in here.
Let's go in the pocket.
I want to run them.
Come on. Just go. No. This is a thing in McQuarrie. I don't pay attention there, so it's Let's go on my water. Mr. Bellamy? Mr. Bellamy? Let me hear your problem. Let me hear your God. Look here this morning. Stand different?
All right, about to have a resumption here. Just waiting for the music to die down in the pavilion. Umpire Jones signaling. 33 required from 60 balls. Should be pretty straightforward for the schoolboys, I would like to think. But this is the game called cricket, isn't it, Donovan?
Yes, certainly. But so far, the Amaze Queens College guys are really batting pretty well.
Nice shot there from Zandre Baptiste. Will get a boundary. That will make it even easier. That will certainly tilt the equation more in their favor. 29 will now be required from 59 balls.
Well, this one is angled down the leg side. Free hit, as they would say. And played easily behind square for 4. But a beautiful knock of 52 by Thorne, who continues to impress. Continuing from the semi-final, and he came here today loads of confidence and really played a wonderful hand to take his team, I would expect, over the line.
Loose delivery there from Campbell, and Baptiste a little bit remonstrates of himself that he didn't give it the full treatment. One of the things I was supposed to discuss with you earlier is that we played this final here today at Lears, and you know, typically with the white ball we will have the black side screens. Today we've got the green, still got the normal green side screens. Didn't seem to bother anybody.
Certainly, when you were in form, when you were in the final, very excited. You're not checking for no sight screens or anything like that. You just want to get here, and you're young, your eyes are good. You just want to win.
Only one side is young. Only one side is young.
But you know, funny enough, you said that. I remember in my second game I played in the UK, the umpire stopped the game to adjust the sight screen after this delivery.
Nice looking shot there. We had a meal of that one. That's Carrington, the captain. He's not had a good afternoon in the second half of the game.
Yeah, and obviously not being accustomed to that, I said to the umpire, it's up to you. Put it wherever you want to put it. I have one goal here. So it doesn't matter if you pull it to the left, the right, or if you move it entirely. And the same with these young Queen's College guys. The eyes are bright, the eyes are young, They're focused, they're excited, they're in the final, and they really, so far, played a magnificent game. And I don't see anything now that should stop them really from getting over the line and winning this one, I would imagine, quite easily in the end.
Good crowd here. You can see it there on the western side of the ground, just inside the fence. It reminds you a little bit of Becker's Road, a YMPC, you know, with the elevation, then the fence at the back, and the spectators clustered inside the fence. But a good crowd has certainly turned up today for this final, and they've been treated to some pretty decent cricket from the Queen's College team.
Certainly glad to see the support is still there for local cricket, and the crowds continue to grow, and for me that's a positive. Kudos again to the Barbados Cricket Association, who continues to do fine work in bringing the cricket back to the local areas in the districts, so to speak.
Makes you wonder what we'll see in a couple of weeks' time. We've still got the Shield final to come, and we've also got the Cup final as well.
I can tell you can expect more spectacles to come, and the team led by Mr. Leslie and his hard-working crew, Stephen Leslie and his hard-working crew, really and truly transforming these grounds throughout the island.
Good-looking shot down towards long on. Again, Carrington in the wars down at long on. So it's now 98 for 3, 24 required from 52 balls. So they could just really just take their time. No need for anything hairy-fairy. Just bunt it around the place and they'll get home.
Certainly, there's no need to do anything rash. They're certainly in charge. Just play each ball on its merit, and I'm confident they'll get over the line.
Braffett with some near stuff there, Donovan.
Well, he's bowling some good areas. You can't get under him to strike him over his head. He's bringing you forward, which is important. He's not giving you lift. So indeed, he's bowling pretty well.
Using his feet there, Baptiste, and the ball goes bouncing down and goes through the fielder and into the boundary for 4. Well, you're going to get that at this time of the year as the 100 comes up for the Queen's College team. A boundary there for Zandre Baptiste, and it's now 102 for 3. We're in over number 12. That will mean that they'll need 20 more from 50 balls.
Yes, indeed, a combination of things there. Age being a major factor, the bad bounce as well, and the fact that they've been in the field amidst this hot sunshine. So really and truthfully, as you see here on the replay, some bad bounce as well. Guilty of not getting his body behind the ball. Gifting 4-away.
We discussed that earlier. Just getting behind the ball on these kinds of grounds, Donovan, boy. At this time of the year, it's hard, man.
It was a final. Everything is on the line.
Harold says your dentist must be on alert.
Speed dial.
That was a bad one. Outside the off stump. And chasing that one was a little bit fortunate to get away with that one there to end the over Brathwaite. So that's over number 12 completed, 102 for 3. It means the schoolboys need 20 runs from 48 balls.
Yes, easy going for the Amaze Queen's College lads. And if we can go back to the first innings when the North Star side, they were batting, what was most impressive for me, they got that good start, but not once did you see any of the Queen's College lads with their heads down. They remain focused, they remain resolute, and they got the breakthrough. And from there, they seized that opportunity and they've not looked back since. So you really must give them credit for that. It would have been easy to fall apart, really, but they did not. They stuck together, and that's the difference between a group of men and a team.
It's walking around the ground. It's good to see the president of the Barbados Cricket Association, Mr. Condé Riley, is in attendance. He under the VIP tent, which is just next door to us. He's been out of commission for last couple of weeks.
Yes, come.
It's good to see him back in the brew and watching some good old cricket.
Certainly is a pleasure to have him here, and really one with loads of knowledge. If you get into a conversation with him, cricket, indeed, a pleasure to see him here today.
A stalwart at the Barclays, now defunct Barclays Cricket Club. He also worked, of course, in the banking industry at Barclays. That's where he made his living. But he was a pretty decent club cricketer himself. Playing for Barclays, a hard-hitting opening batsman. Had all the shots in the butt, I would have to say. But he was, that was his level. Good intermediate cricketer. I think he did play a few first division matches. I think he, not certain for who, but I think he did have a brief flirtation with Division 1 cricket. A appeal there from Campbell, but not as Zandre Baptiste tries the reverse sweep. But the crowd shouted and let him know there's no need for all of that. Play ordinary cricket. Play just the normal cricket. And he goes back to a short ball outside your stuff and gets it away through backward point for 4. See? No need to really try anything extraordinary.
Indeed, a good shot. No need for anything rash, as I call those shots, those TV shots. Batting really well, striking the ball down the ground. He's cutting, he's driving. No need to play that shot. Guilty of having a 50-inch television set, so he's seeing those shots in the IPL, but no need to chance it here.
Very good point. Sometimes no need for all of that flamboyance. Sometimes you just need to play just some
As
good
replay
old.
shows, he's back. Easy, basic cricket shot, and he's played that one beautifully for 4.
He's on 38, and pretty positive and looked pretty good at the creases. Andre Baptiste. He's had a few matches in the elite division for Signia Globe Financial
Youth
in Barbados Youth, BCA Youth, and so he's got some pedigree behind him. He's got some experience behind him, and bringing it here to bear at this level, and that has certainly helped the Queen's College team in their chase here of this pretty modest total, you will have to say.
Indeed, a very handy player. Good variations with his off breaks, and batting wise, he's not bad at all. So one who can only get better, hopefully, as time goes on.
Brafitt continues to roll them down from that roadside end.
Ah, nice. That's 2.
That's a lovely shot there from Smith. They'll get 2. Captain Seth Smith.
Indeed, using the crease, deep into the crease, and punching that one between cover and extra cover. Indeed, continues to look good, continues to impress. As I said, overall, I'm totally impressed with this amazing Queen's College side.
Played. Come again.
And a nice looking shot off the back foot. Out through to the whitish long off area. Carrington, the captain, making a bit of a meal of it. Probably just got a bad bounce there towards the end, to be fair to him. That'll be 4. That'll be 4. And that will reduce the target further, just into single figures now. 7 required for 38 balls.
That's a good shot. Importantly, getting close to delivery because the bowler, he is bowling rather slow. So you have to put, as you would say, everything back onto that one. And he struck that one beautifully indeed. And got a boundary for it.
Good stop there by the fielder in that extra cover. That's it, the Pisa.
Okay.
I'm gonna we'll talk to you a bit too again about sight screens. As you can see on our monitor, there's a guy here in a pink shirt. I'm not talking about umpire Mal Reed, but he's in a pink shirt there just on the left edge of the sight screen. And he's right basically the batsman's line of sight.
It is true.
Now, or at test level or international level,
You will have to move.
you will have to move. At this level, nobody's moving
You're
anywhere.
not checking for that at all.
No.
Indeed, a good shot in the end. But I must really say well done to the North Stars side for making it to the finals. And not only that, they made it to the finals. When you look at the age group here, you look at this team with the Gibbons and Brown and those guys being senior statesmen, and obviously they are in their golden years, as cricketing terms would allow me to say, and it's really a pleasure to see that they're here and they've made it to the finals. So really congratulations to the North Star side. A good effort for them this year in the T20 play.
So Bradford has completed his spell. 4 overs, no made is 1 for 29. And that's in the air and will be taken. Well, you got to say that he maybe was trying to get up for a very long time. Zandre Baptiste playing some really unnecessary strokes, and now maybe trying to finish, trying to hit a boundary and maybe have us get to a flourishing finish. He gives his hand away, really and truly.
Yeah, looking to finish with a 6, going for glory, really, with 6 runs to win. I make it, am I correct?
7 to win.
7 runs to win, looking to finish in style.
Maybe the scoreboard is saying 6.
Yeah, but really didn't make it in the end, holding out. But a pretty good knock from him in the end at 30 of 37 deliveries.
So 7 required from 35 balls. New batsman is Raphael Lovell, who picked up 2 wickets early in the day, and he's going to try to see if he can be there to help formalize this result for the Amias Queen's College side. There are a cluster of supporters underneath the tent on the eastern side.
Yeah, well, I won't put it on. I want to get him.
Maybe some anxious moments here for the youngsters. Shouldn't be. They've been pretty successful throughout the tournament. Oh, that's a boundary. Misfield there on the cover boundary. It really was a gift there for the Queen's College team. It wasn't hit that hard, but he got a bad bounce. He really went at it in a pretty lethargic way too, the field down there. Looked like the Pisa. And 4 more. So there you saw that big nasty bounce there. 120 now for 4. That means they require just 2 to win. 2 runs to win. You ever played on a championship side, Donovan? Just asking. Can't remember.
Certainly with Spartan, I say that. Harold looks at me. I also did it with Banks, and I also did it with Carlton. I always do make contributions, so I can tell you, Woody, a big yes.
Well done. I was part of a championship team. I never played.
But you were in the team. That was important.
I scored.
You were the moral support.
That's right. The first Garfield Sobers school tournament. That team was captained by Roland Holt. That was Common Mayor. That should be it. A boundary to the fine leg. That's 4. And that's it for Queen's College. They've completed the victory here this afternoon in the BCA T20 Plate Final. A good victory, dismissing, or should I say restricting, North Stars to 119 for 9 in their 20 overs, and then responding in a very confident manner, 124 for 4, led there by a half century, 52 from Nicholas Thorne. But it will be a very close, it'll be a touch and goes to determine who may be considered the player of the match. Who would you vote for, Donovan?
I would simply say this first, that the amazed Queen's College side were simply amazing. They played wonderful cricket here today. When they were behind the 8 ball with the partnership of the North Stars, batters Gibson and Toppin, they held their heads up high, they stuck to the game plans, they got their breakthrough, and in the end restricted them to a paltry total of 121. My man of the match, from the time he came into the attack, he struck early. He got 1, he got 2, and in the end, he got 4 wickets, really, to pull back, as they would say, to pull them back, the North Stars batters, and restrict them to that low total. So my man of the match would easily go to Bellamy.
So 124 for 4 to finish the Queen's College team. They win by 6 wickets, and a very good victory here for them. And you can see the youngsters, you know they're going to do some kind of a dance. They always dance, don't they?
Oh yeah, they richly deserve their success. They've been playing good cricket, they've been playing as a unit, they've been playing as a well-oiled unit at that, and really teamwork is what really brought them here, and they really deserve their victory here today. They worked hard for it, they stuck together, led by their coach Barry Ford, and again I'm very impressed with them. Congratulations to the amazed Queen's College side. I also want to say to the North Stars team, as I said before, with the aging group of cricketers, they did really well to make it here to the finals, and they certainly were not disgraced in the end. They just were outplayed by a side that was not only young and full of energy, but a side that's been playing good cricket consistently for the whole season, Woody.
Yep. So a very good win for the Amaze Queen's College. Players gathering in the middle of the field with their coach Barry Ford, who you see there with the black armband on, as the DJ pumps up the music in the pavilion. But in all of they won, that's 2, 4, 6, 7 straight matches, and all of them you'll have to say they won quite handsomely. Margins of 10 wickets, 9 wickets, 91 runs, 8 wickets, 8 wickets, 64 runs and 6 wickets. So a good time for them as they dance out in the middle. Here's the winning moment. Ball on the line of the leg stump, clipped off the pass there by Smith, the captain. A fitting way for them for the winning runs to be hit by the captain all the way to the boundary for 4. And Queen's College victorious by 6 wickets. when you have school teams winning, always something special when you have the school teams coming through Donovan to win tournaments at any level.
It's certainly, and it's good to see not only that they're winning, but the young talent that is there. I only hope that the powers that be will continue to harness this talent, because I'm telling you, there's loads of talent, and we must learn to manage and manage this talent, and don't let it really get away. But indeed, a very impressive victory here again for the Mills Queens College, and ably led by the captain, Seth Smith.
So, one more time, the news from Lears here is that the Queen's College, Amaze Queen's College team, winning the final of the BCA T20 Plate by 6 wickets, scores in the match North Stars 121 for 9 from their 20 overs, and in reply, Queen's College 124 for 4 from 15 overs. They win by 6 wickets.
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Hi, Jeffrey. Right there. Hi, guys. Jeffrey, where are all of you? Jeffrey, down here. You good?
I told her my age when she gone. Yes, about Sunday gone. For 2 weeks straight, nobody could win. I tell you, I tell you how to buy a phone, I have to carry the implants. So they came to me, I was there. My phone home, I called twice. Long time. I remember last year, right at the gardens. The police thing. I gone. I still have the number. The call people call me now. Very good.
Thank you. In gratitude. Next thing will be to National Party made up of all officials, Association of the Youth and Women's Committee, Director Pedro Graves, Director Henderson Wallace, President Conde Riley, Vice President Calvin Hope, and the Chief Executive Officer Roland Toppin. Coming back to duty, to active duty, the President, Mr. Conde Riley, who would have been on leave for a while, And it certainly is a pleasure to see him once again and to have him back at the helm. President Riley, we're going to have to get a few words from you. Welcome back.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for turning up. This is a wonderful crowd. Firstly, let me just say thank you also to the officials, the umpires, match referee. Thank you for your time. There is a leaf we will follow, which Mr. Hope, my Vice President, will be the next man on. But firstly, let me offer congratulations to Queen's College. A wonderful game. And commiserations to them years ago. Commiserations to you. And now pass the mic over to my Vice President, Calvin Hope, who will continue this welcome. Calvin.
Thank you, President. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. All the protocols the President have said, but I must say, Queen's College, you have been amazing. Commiserations to North Stars. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for to this wonderful.
Henderson was direct.
All is going to do is back and chip over to him, man.
Silver medals to the runners-up, all the way down in the north, the North Stars. You're going to shine tonight. Today was not your day, but please come forward and collect your silver medals led by Captain Franklin. If it weren't such a formal occasion, I would have said push in, but really Jefferson Gibbons. James Brathwaite, if I can remember all these names. Alvin Campbell. Harrison Small, Rodney Brown. We had many about him. Troy Toppin, well done. Selwyn Mears. Ian Boyd. Cedric De Pisa. Some wonder why he's still playing second division cricket. Jeff Yearwood. Jed Yearwood. And then finally, certainly not least, Mr. Ian Broom. Well done to North Stars. You've done yourself making it all the way to the final. And we look forward to seeing you again next year, maybe. Mr. Hope, the Vice President, he is charged with making the presentation of the gold medals. We are going to ask Mr. Smith to come forward. He will receive the first medal. Gold for the winners. Mr. Smith, you come this way, because you're going to help me now with some of these names.
Jordan Grimm. Nicholas Starr. Andre Baptiste. Yamani Roach. Redon Bellamy. Cody Holder. Kevon Hines. Rashawn Hackett. Zaire Carter. Thomas Armstrong. Thierry Archer. Rocoy Thompson.
Well, I wanted to do this last one as the coach Barry Ford, but he sent forward his scorer. And the thank you, Mr. Ho. Well done. Young men, Barry included. And the final presentation for the duty for the president, Mr. Riley. He will make the presentation of the shield, which goes to the champions. Champions of the 2024 Barbados Cricket Association plate competition for Division 2 teams. Amaze Queen's College trophy received by the captain, Seth Smith. Congratulations once again. We're all winners here today. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to the presentation party. Next Saturday again, final number 2, the intermediate shield final, to be announced, of course, the venue. But once again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. See you on Saturday.